do you think I'm gonna have ghost?
Alrighty then. Welcome everyone to the much anticipated, not too long overdue session 6 of our Pathfinder Adventure Path Kingmaker. Pathfinder First Edition, the best edition, as they say. I think most, you know what, 9 out of 10 Pathfinder First Edition players agree with me, and the 10th person couldn't be reached because he was busy playing Pathfinder First Edition. Now, with that being said, joining me today are 4 amazingly wonderful individuals who always put up with me before we start our session as I rant about random things. It's sort of like a rite of passage you must undergo to be in a Dare Wolf game. You're going to listen to him talk about not necessarily problems, just things on his mind. This is my therapy. But anyway, with that being said, these folks are amazing. And when we last left off, our intrepid adventurers, you all had done a pretty resounding job of defeating this corrupted bear guardian who turned out to be a dude, likely some sort of druid, it can be inferred, and rescued the Temple of Erastil from the clutches of these strange black tendrils. As the temple was cleansed, this corrupted guardian was slain. The snowstorm, this accursed forever winter that's been swirling all overhead in the Stolen Lands, specifically the region you find yourself in known as the Green Belt, it cleared. You saw a couple of small rodents run across, maybe a rabbit and a squirrel. You're pretty sure that a raccoon winked at you, Ingram. Like literally went, eh, and then scurried off into the trees as well. But we'll open our scene the morning after these events with the. Well, you're still perhaps. I'm curious how Danak is feeling, having met with this Lady of the Woods, she identified herself as, or Dora had mentioned that she was a guardian of some sort, and there was an element, a hint perhaps, of jealousy or maybe admiration. It was hard to tell. But your arm, left arm, I believe we had said, left arm is now completely made of bark. And it goes up to your shoulder, kind of kisses your neckline. It moves as though it is flesh and skin and whatnot, but it creaks ever so slightly. And it has given you some bonuses to your natural armor, which is pretty great. And you basically pledged yourself to her service. Um, Not a servant or slave, but like an honored champion, as it were. But enough out of this old hound wolf. Let's go. Let's have you guys pick up the scene in the morning.
I don't think Denick has slept, probably. Um, I think it's like too much nervous energy after what happened there. And so when the rest of the party begins to kind of awaken and kind of get themselves ready, doing their, morning traditions or whatever they would be, he's just kind of sitting out front of his tent with his water skin, and he's like gently dribbling water down the arm. It's like, that will make it creak less, right? Like, this isn't just gonna rot off. This isn't weird, this is fine, right? Um, so I don't know if I have anything much else to say at this time.
And your arm is still looks all like, does it look like bark? And it looks like it's made of living wood.
Yes, I dribble a little bit of water, and like a tiny little dandelion just like opens its bud
Oh,
for a moment.
nice.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not allergic to that, right?
Right.
Is it okay if Theragor is standing there watching you do that?
He's, I think I'm a bit absorbed into my own world right now,
Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't notice.
Yes. Theragor will step and say, that is very interesting. I wonder if you take your fingers, dig them into the earth. Will you? Will roots come out to feed your
Uh,
arm?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to test that theory.
Agreed. You're you're okay with this happening.
I don't have enough information to answer that question yet, but I'll certainly come to you when I do.
Very well. told you earlier to beware of the Fae and their gifts. Uh, this arm, though, seems a benevolent gift. Strange one, but a benevolent one.
Oh, don't lie to yourself. We don't know what it means yet. I just hope that this voice has not led me astray.
If you don't mind, I could take a arcane look at it. I have a few tools at my disposal. It
I
wouldn't
mean,
take but
if you
a few seconds.
if you want.
All right. I'll walk over and I'll just like try and get it all in view, and I will activate See Magic.
Yeah, you don't see any magic on his arm.
Really, it doesn't
Not a bit.
no read magic, identify, nothing like that.
Nothing. Just looks like an arm. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, it says Walmart on this section right here. Okay.
All right.
No, it says Faymart. Because it's the. I'll see myself out. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I make like any knowledge checks to see
Nature?
what nature? Okay. 13.
For all intents and purposes, it looks like his arm is like the branch of a tree. It's got fingers though. It's got, an elbow and bicep, and if he flexes, it flexes a little bit, But
Okay.
it looks like the branch of a tree. If it wasn't attached to Dennick, you'd be like, fallen tree branch. That's interesting.
Right. So it still carries the same definition and like structure as like his arm looked like, right?
Correct.
Right. Okay. So it's just not
made
like
of-
his
it's
arm
made
was ripped off and now has a twig.
But now it looks like it's made of like bark and like if you like
Right.
if you like pick a little piece of bark off, you see like some like fresh like white, like that
Mhm.
like white soft white colored wood, and it quickly grows back.
Okay. All right.
It also hurts a little bit if he does that, Dennick. Like
Right.
someone
was
like
not-
scratched you.
Spell wise, I don't think it's been like it's not a perma-sized version of like bark skin or anything like that.
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
However, I
This-
will allow
this-
you a knowledge arcana if you want to try and maybe infer some things.
What's a 4?
Okay, so logically speaking, Ingram, there's some kind of magic going on. It's strange
Right.
that you look at it and don't see magic. You're wondering if perhaps the arm might be under the effects of some sort of like non-detection or protection magic that's hiding it from your vision. Because
Okay.
it's clearly magical, but you look at it and there's no magic, there may be something in addition. So hopefully perhaps if he's moving through the woods and someone's detecting magic, he's not going to light up like a fucking Christmas tree on his arm.
Okay. Okay.
Because his arm's a tree now. Christmas tree.
Yes.
I'm going to make a lot of plant-related jokes moving forward, so just bear with me. You can chuckle inside or out loud. Out loud preferable.
Just plant that in the
Something I
back
know
of your
I'm
head.
funny.
It's fine.
Outright, whatever. Move on.
So, Theragor is looking at the arm and he's thinking. I, as a cleric of the artifice domain, I have wood shape that enables you to form one existing piece of wood into any shape that suits your purpose.
Okay.
Do I think that I would be able to affect Dinnock with that? Not that I would,
You know
but
what?
just
give me a knowledge nature or arcana. If you have neither, give me a general intelligence check.
All right. Let's see. Switching back over here.
I
Dennick's-
will aid you in
Dennick,
Okay,
whatever
yes.
checks.
Dennick, aka the party lab rat.
Well,
This
you
is
know,
your life
Are we
now.
not
just wanna be
concerned with
prepared.
this stag lord, with Stagbert at all? I know this is flashy and everything, but
I believe just like Ingram just like looks at Denak as me and Theragor are just like
Yes, yes.
ignoring him, but looking at the arm
Right,
because
yeah.
magic.
Oh, a 5.
Yeah, I'd aid
Yes.
Here's what I'll tell you,
7.
Theodore. You think that you probably could affect his arm, but you're also afraid that you might like rip his arm apart if you do that.
Right,
And
yes.
maybe deep down inside, you actually care about Dennick as a friend. I don't know.
Maybe.
There goes mostly thinking, what if he needs some kind of special healing with the arm, or what if we get into a problem where I need to transform it into a weapon for him?
Hmm. Speaking of it being a weapon, it's made of bark now, right? Can you hit harder with it?
He punches
Uh,
Theragor.
I don't know if I would want to. I'll be perfectly honest. As a people, we have created these wonderful weapons of war, which make it much easier to hurt and maim things without the need of punching them. So, does it matter?
I
Well,
think you just upset it.
if you
Good.
can lift heavier objects with it, like does it have a greater strength than your other arm? Can you carry more?
I I don't know. Um,
GM's shaking his
I
head.
will see if I can find out. But um, can you give me some space about that, please? And I'll just like gently push Theragor and Ingram away, like,
One more
okay,
thing.
Oh my
kiddos, with respect, and I say kiddos in like the fashion, since I've actually no idea how old either of you are compared to me. You're probably both much older. Um, my arm is my arm, and right now that is not our big concern, I think. So perhaps a nice little breakfast, and then let's see what we can do about the local riffraff, eh?
Right.
Very well.
Um. Yes, the local riffraff. About that. To, I guess, recap, we have noticed that Stagboat has quite a bit more resources than he should have, for one. Number two, hold on, I'm just gonna mute the server for a few seconds. Cat's doing a lot of typing.
Yes, he is. God bless him.
Right. One, we know that he has a lot more resources than he probably should from just being a bandit warlord. Two, we know that there was some sort of magic user in yellow. There was someone also in yellow that, what's her name?
Or Adora interjects, rushing over to join the group.
Eleanor.
The man in yellow. His name is
Eleanor
the
talked
man in
about.
yellow.
The man in yellow.
Yes. The warlock that helps the Stag Lord. He's the one that sent. Well, he's the one that was sent for me. Sent those men to capture me.
Do
As
we?
I recall, we saw him order the guards to leave at night, or did we not actually see that? We just saw the fallout from it.
100% you saw that. You saw him
Okay.
show up through the portal, the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we
I
just
did
saw
a
the
whole
fallout of it.
VFX thing.
I know,
Come
but I
on.
wasn't sure if it was something where we don't get to see it.
No.
But okay, okay.
I'm not gonna waste all that production value if you don't get to see it. Come on.
Okay.
Do we know where this Stag Lord lives, or if he has a stronghold somewhere?
Right. I think we're asking Oradora.
Eric pipes up. Well, the thing is, I've been doing some reading. Also, I'm a bard, so I travel to different. Anyway, I'm rambling again. So, right, there's an old fort, from when the Teldans did their expansion, the expansions into the region, or at least so I heard from a gentleman that heard it from another gentleman. Again, that doesn't matter here. But there's an old fort, along the Tusk River, Tusk something. There's a big lake to the south. Directions are hard. Southeast of here, and I mean, that's the most logical place. Probably where he is. Just a thought.
Okay. Southeast of you. All right. Miss Oradora, you're not of the normal human populace, of course. You seem to be, forgive me, a fae. Nothing wrong with that, of course.
I'm not a fae.
Or some sort of outsider? I apologize, I assume.
I'm I'm just me.
You've never actually, sorry, Dan, you never actually described. You said she was a plant lady, and I thought it was a dryad,
Why are you
so.
apologizing? This is all in character. Just play with it,
Okay.
man. You don't have to
Okay,
apologize. You've done nothing wrong. Keep going, man.
no, 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 I
Keep
know,
going.
I know.
You're good.
Uh, okay, I apologize. Um, you seem to have a connection to the lady and the inhabitants of the first world, maybe. Is that true?
She looks genuinely confused in your direction, Ingram. Pervalash lands on her shoulder, whispers, and she nods. She says, "Maybe I spoke too soon. I am touched by the Fae, but I am not the Fae. My parents were elves, of all things. I don't remember them, but Pervalash said they were kind people, until the Stag Lord killed them."
I Oh, I'm sorry. It's terrible.
It's hard to feel bad about people you don't remember. I know intrinsically I should. Intrinsically is not the right word. I know that I should feel bad about losing them, but I don't remember them.
There's a hurt you don't know how to feel.
It doesn't feel like a hurt. It feels like I should feel hurt, but I don't. Strange feeling. An odd sensation.
I can relate to that. Funny enough. Um, anyways, then perhaps the Lady of the Woods could fill in some details. We've have a growing suspicion that he's getting assistance from elsewhere, another kingdom, someone nearby, maybe the Riverlands, maybe
This
somewhere
man in
farther
yellow.
off. Right, the man in yellow, may be a part of it, or it might just be another thing entirely. It could be possible that he's getting assistance from the First World, the land of the Fae, for whatever reason. I don't know how they would be getting him these supplies, except for perhaps a portal, but it it denotes pursuing.
Pervalash snaps at you as you finish. The first world would never, not even the bad Fae. You're an idiot, Ingram. The first world is all about growth and nature and beauty, and the Stag Lord's stupid. You're
Hey,
stupid, and I hate
Watch
you.
who you're calling an idiot, small one. We don't know about the Fae here. It was a reasonable question.
No, it's not. I'm the Fae, and I helped you. I'm great. And Oradora is
You're
of the
one
Fae. She
Fae.
helped you. She's great. And that's 2 of 2 Fae that are great. And to imply
I
that we
flick
would
him on the
ally...
nose.
Ow!
Ah,
That promptly shuts him up, and he ruffles his scales like an angry, disgruntled cat, and burrows himself into the back of Oradora's hair. That's on her back and vanishes.
So that's one vote for not being helped by the First World. Audora, do you have any thoughts on the matter, given that you are also Fae touched?
The Lady of the Woods. She is a powerful Fae, but she
With
is...
enemies?
Miles. Yes, with enemies.
Fae enemies who might help the Stag Lord?
She only tells me so much. But I don't think that's a far-fetched conclusion.
Right.
Sorry, you were asking questions before the interruption.
Thank you, Samia.
Disgruntled fairy dragon noises from beneath the hair. Me, 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 me.
Pervalash, I do want to thank you for your excitement, and it's well placed. I assure you, we should always. Fine then. Um, I think we should definitely look into the possibility. Would it be possible to speak with her, or maybe Dennick could speak with her, or
I mean, usually she just talks to me. Lady?
The leaves rustle a little bit. A squirrel runs out from behind some rubble, looks at you, then runs away. Nothing else happens.
Is there a particular phrase I need to ring the doorbell for, so to speak?
The lady comes when she pleases. She is
Well,
a
it's
fey creature after all, fickle in some ways.
Well, perhaps we will have to figure this out ourselves.
yes.
When we have the time, I suggest perhaps we try to scout out this old fort, see what we can find out. Maybe we'll learn more. I would also like to, well, spend some time helping rebuild and fortify this temple. But perhaps that can wait. What do you all think our next step should be?
um very briefly, I'll turn to Aldora and I'll say, does the lady's power hide this place when we're not here? Or is it just visible to anyone?
Jode smiles broadly at the mention of, you helping Theragor. Ordor turns to Dennick as he speaks to her. She stutters over her words for a moment. The lady's magics do protect this place from the intruders. Only those of powerful magic or those that are favored by the lady can find it.
That is good.
Theragor.
Yes.
Yeah.
We witnessed the ritual that you had to go to lead us here, Oradoro. So it goes to point that the ward should stay for now, hopefully.
Dennick will be able to lead you back here without trouble.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, I guess. Perhaps we can rebuild this at a different time then.
While the Stag Lord is out there, I don't think it's safe to rebuild or bring attention to this place.
Yes.
That's yeah.
If it's
And
all the
especially-
of
same to
course.
all of you, my friends, says Shode, I plan to stay here, and Oradora, if you're willing to accompany me, or at least stay. Pervalash, you too, little friend, says Pervalash. And Jode says, I would be happy to stay here. In fact, I intend to stay here. There's much work to be done. I will not make a great show or any sort of fireworks about it, but at least some of the rubble can be cleared, a proper altar erected, a few small things we can do while you all gallivant off into the Greenbelt. Maybe even I can convince Eric here to stay with me. I'm not so sure about that. I'm more of like a city guy, temples in the middle of like weird forest protected by fae. Not really my thing. Jode laughs heartily.
I will
Listen,
step.
wherever you
Oh,
you
go ahead.
first, sir.
Oh, I will
Oh,
just step close to Jode and say, "Never have I gallivanted." And then, and then to you, Dennick.
Wherever we're planning on going, I leave to you. I think I could use some direction in my life right now that is not coming from um extraplanar forces.
Well then.
And I'll just kind of like
Yeah.
raise my arms out to the entire group, like, lead on! I don't know
Right.
anymore. I need some time.
Denok.exe needs time to reboot.
He's
Yes.
installing major updates.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Installing level 4. Please wait. Remember we had to use like different discs for computer games? God, that was a time.
Brother,
Anyways.
I remember floppy disks on an old Apple computer
Yeah.
that I
Oh.
played this
Yeah.
old Bernstein Bears game on. Like big floppy disks. Like my original Doom was on a giant black floppy disk, man. Like I'm old. Durr.
I think.
Yeah, you could have left off the ER. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Baby's character dies tragically, eaten by cats. Oh, I said the
Damn.
quiet part out loud. My bad.
Yeah. My corpse is gonna get fed to Wolf's horde of cat children. Nice knowing you all.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Anyways.
I think. Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Daragor's what Dennick just said reminds him of the talk that Ingram and Daragor had on the wagon about the gods and guidance and everything. So Daragor will step up to Dennick and place a hand on his shoulder, but he's also looking over at Ingram as well. He says, well, if you seek guidance, perhaps you can follow the advice of Torag. His advice provides a more steady, straightforward path than the whimsical advice of the Fae, I would say. Just be honorable and forthright. Keep to your word, protect the forge, and serve your people. And you will not go wrong.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, with that said, I think we should try and find this base.
Yes. Even if we don't attack it right away, we should at least locate it so we can plan an attack.
Agreed.
Yes.
Given where that camp was, were there any obvious kind of like pathways away from it that suggested like where it was likely that group would have traveled to if they had the opportunity?
The camp you're talking about, like where they would have gone southward from the bandit camp, is what you're talking about?
The one that we got Oradora from.
The one that we broke Eldora from.
Bandit camp. Yeah.
I
There was
guess
an
it's
obvious
since
path
we never
away
gave
from
them the
there.
opportunity to leave, so I don't know where they were going to get to this
There's
fort
a
from here.
pretty obvious path. If you go back and search it, like you would think back, like Samia, you likely would have seen it because you were on the south side. There's like some trampled, some like they hacked through and made a path through like the branches and whatnot. 100%.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, let's hit the world map and figure out where we're going then, I guess.
And does that seem like it would be in the direction of this river fort ruin?
The southeast. Yeah, because that was supposed to be southeast, right? And I saw it to the south, so
Perfect.
should be the right general.
I mean, who wouldn't want to build something by a river? I like water.
Well, my old friends, and Theragor, my older friend, got you. Good luck. May Ra still bless you and guide you true. Oradora follows suit. May the Lady of the Woods watch over you as she does this forest. Eric says, bye, don't die. Or do, I'm not your boss.
I thought you were coming with us.
Nope,
Eric.
staying here, much safer. Rebuilding temple. It's a great thing of songs. Stuff of songs, definitely. Definitely staying here. Yep.
Slightly nods his
Very
head.
well.
And...
That'll be a hard no for me, Bob.
Yeah.
Feel free to try and convince him. You're welcome to do so. If you want to bring him along, you can try and convince him. Joe did a pretty good job of being like, stay here. It's safe. We'll rebuild the temple. You can write the songs of the rebuild. And he had a quick moment of, you know what? It is. It is much safer. So the 4 of you get ready to head out then, it sounds like?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Couple of farewells, couple of goodbyes. Go ahead.
Before we all pack off when we're in the cart and everything like that, I just wanted to go and talk to Jode real quick.
Yes, Ingram. What can I do for you, my good man?
Yeah, just a quick question. I know you're
No.
a cleric of
Yes.
Arast.
Maybe. Oh, I thought
You're not a
I
cleric
thought
of
you wanted a
Arast.
quick answer. I'm just joking. Continue.
Right. You wouldn't happen to have any literature on all the gods?
Other than what's up in the old noggin here, Ingram, I don't carry much literature on the other gods. I have a small prayer book to the god of the hunt, but other than that, I see no reason to carry it. I've dedicated my life to his service, and thus I carry things that dedicate my life to his service. I hope I'm making sense. You're a very smart man, but I feel like I'm
Yes.
confusing you.
Yeah. Thank you. It was
Oh,
silly question. Bye.
No, it's fine.
And walks away.
Which god were you? Oh, right. Goodbye, Ingram. Take care. What a strange fellow. Yeah, he's kind of weird. Orator's like, I don't know. I kind of like him. He seems sweet. All right. With that being said, any other interactions before you head out? Beautiful. You pissed me off during our suggestion intro, Ingram. I'm just gonna be getting you. I'm gonna be nothing but jabs the whole session. Just kidding. All right. So you guys head to the west, east.
No,
excuse
he's
me.
not.
You head to the east. Head back to the bandit camp. You realize, hey, there's a path southward. You can probably follow it along the river.
Should we search the remains of the camp and see if we find any
Well, here's the
any
thing.
clues that
You
they left
didn't
by?
kill anybody at the camp, really? Except
Yeah.
I think for like
I
2
mean,
people.
I think
Yeah.
what if they drop something or just
You know what?
you know
Make some perception checks. Do a quick survey. 'Cause
Okay.
The camp's been
Mhm.
broken
Quick,
down.
quick once over.
Yeah,
Mhm.
why not? Maybe they left something behind. That's a 26, Denik. That's a 20 fucking 6. All right.
I'm not gonna bother. I can't get that high.
Yeah.
I can't get that
Denik
high.
Yeah, I'll let
finds
Denik do
what
everything.
appears to be a hidden stash that likely wasn't even left here by the bandits. It contains 2 Cure Light Wounds potions, a Cure Moderate potion, and a potion of Bull Strength.
Wow.
Ooh.
Well done, Dinnick.
It looks like a little old, probably ranger stash or something.
Nice.
All right. How many potions of what now? Cure Light was 2.
Cure Mod 1, Bull Strength 1. Trips over a bag he didn't see. Get out of here. Oh, neat. Some potions.
Yeah, three lights, 1 mod, and a bull strength.
Well, that's pretty neat. Yes.
Okay,
that's
I've added them to the party loot.
brilliant.
Nice.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
And you're doing that under the roll 20 items, right?
Yeah, the party loot. I just hit
Oh, there
save
we go.
changes,
Okay,
so
okay.
yeah, until I hit save changes, it doesn't pop up.
Yeah. That's funny how that works.
What do you think? It's likely that this fortress is to the south, but we want to make sure that we're not being outflanked from the east,
Right.
and they're heading straight back to Legs, or
So once we get to this, it's like clear plains, right?
Yeah, you're at the edge of the forest, and the plains are like actual plains now. Like there's like grass, and it's flowing,
But
That
does
is
it look
true.
like there might be trees over here?
Does not. This looks like open plains over here,
Okay, so either way, we're out of the woods.
where the wind comes right behind the rain.
Are there any
So the-
The
like
green belt region where the wind comes sweeping
Yeah,
by
thanks,
the rain.
Mr. Musical Theater.
Where the waving wheat can sure smell sweet, and the fae like to rot away your brain.
are there any major landmarks that I can see on the horizon?
There are. Over in this hex right here, it looks to be a giant willow tree. Like, I'm talking it's maybe several hundred feet tall.
Given that we can
Bigger
see
than
it from that
redwood.
far away, yeah, wow.
It's big.
Yeah,
Wow.
bigger than redwoods. Okay.
Bigger than redwoods.
I should like to look at that.
Oh, yeah. It's That's pretty neat.
Curious.
I would definitely be intrigued as well.
Yes, but perhaps we should remain focused first, gentlemen?
Well,
We are
yes.
here to explore.
Right.
Yes, but
Civilize
we
this
would like
place.
to not be set upon by the local warlord and his party beforehand.
Samia is correct.
I am a learned scholar, and in my most downright opinion, that looks like a happy tree right there.
You fucking
In
broke
fact-
me, Dennick. That's fucking funny. That's that's highbrow humor. I'm sorry to interrupt. That was so good. Eric gets the joke from back at the temple and laughs out loud as well. That's what that represents.
Yes.
Continue.
That looks like a happy tree, a very inviting tree. I think we should go over there.
Have you considered making sure Stagbert's men don't sneak up behind us and murder us while we go check out this happy tree?
I am
I will
concerned.
do the best to make sure that does not happen.
I'm concerned that they will, now that we are on the plains, they will see us coming from far away.
And we can also see them if we're lucky.
Yes.
All right. Wolf, you said the tree was over here.
Yes.
Big D20.
Yep, that's it. Right there.
Okay.
Big
All
metal
right.
D20.
So we should look at this hex first, then.
Very well.
Begin your exploration of that hex. I then mark off day 2 of travel. As you are exploring that hex, give me a survival check.
Who's good at that?
Don't think Theragor is. No, I know Theragor is not.
I was gonna say, I know I am
Ranger is
not
fine.
either.
Yeah, I have a +2. It's not.
No.
Eric's
see,
pretty
what-
good at
what
him.
do I
Too bad he
have?
didn't come along.
Dennick's
Yeah.
pretty good at it, apparently, so, you know.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I have a 4 in it.
That's pretty good.
Oh.
I mean,
Anybody
Dennick's-
have better than a 4?
it's
Yeah,
no
Dennick
plus
has an
8.
8.
But
Oh yes,
it's
Dennick.
pretty good.
Dennick will be our scout.
Yeah. He did say he would keep the
So
bandits
you
from
follow
sneaking
the
up on
river.
us.
The river widens.
I'll do the best I can.
As though it is heading towards a larger body of water. As you are traveling along the river, exploring the region, you discover an old-looking bridge. Now, to describe this bridge, it spans a river that is about 100 feet wide at this particular juncture. The bridge itself goes about 45 feet, is collapsed, about half of it's collapsed into the water in the middle, and then continues another 45 feet in the other direction. So the middle 10 feet or so of section is partially collapsed, about half of it. The bridge itself is about 50 feet wide by 100 feet long. It's very, very big bridge. Very, very big bridge. That being said, give me some perception checks on this bridge.
Oh,
No, boy.
let me ask you a question. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Did you say it was made of wood or stone?
It's wood. Made of wood.
Wood.
Ingram goes blind for 6 seconds. You're way too focused on that giant willow tree that's just to
Yeah.
the east. It's so
I walk right into Ingram. Hey, watch where you're going.
You got a thorn in my arm. Ow.
Ooh.
I'm keeping this.
You have a thorn in your arm. Are you joking?
Aragorn.
My arm is a thorn.
Yes, you poked me.
There's something about the
Oh,
bridge
well,
that
sorry.
stands out to you, your dwarven eyes, as you're looking towards it.
Mhm.
The collapsed section of the bridge looks like it has burn marks, but not from fire. It looks more like the bridge may be melted in the center, which is
Do you
strange.
see that? And then he'll point that out to everyone.
Someone else would see it. You
It's-
also notice there are some deep footprints in the snow. And by snow, I mean the grass, because it's not snowy anymore. I was just checking to see if you remembered. Some deep footprints in the grass and in the dirt that travel from the east to the bridge. You see muddy footprints on the bridge that then disappear halfway across.
And these are like huge
Um,
footprints.
humanoid, maybe a little bit bigger than humanoid.
Oh,
but definitely
okay. So
humanoid
yeah.
size.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Like
So
maybe a dwarf with like a size WW feet, like they're a little wide. Yeah.
So so would it seem to us that someone came from the east to destroy this bridge and left?
Maybe. You'd have to get closer and investigate.
right. What? So this is a wooden bridge that's been melted.
Yes.
Can I do a think about that?
I don't know what that means.
Um,
Would that be
Explain what
like
that means.
acid?
Like,
yeah, can I discern what would melt wood like that?
You know what? Sure, if you got closer to the bridge. You're standing like
Um,
away from it right now, right?
I hear ominous battle music and I don't like it.
I don't know why you hear battle music. I literally have not called for initiative.
Just weird,
um,
you know? It's one of those things.
boss music, yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
Given
paranoid. Calm down.
how open the field is,
Yeah.
I basically am trying to like duck down to like grass height level
Yep, the grass comes up
and
to your
try to like
waist.
make my way through.
I
So
can't hide because I'm on a horse, so I'm just gonna try and keep guard, I guess.
Your
I'm on a
horse,
that's
if
okay.
horse.
your horse buries its face in the grass, it's totally
That's
hidden.
no, I don't think that's how it works.
Straight up.
Well,
If you're
if
willing to
something's
give
going
me
to
that,
come
I'll
at
take
us,
it.
I'm not.
it's not so much that. It's that if something is maybe hiding and they haven't noticed us yet, we might be able to kind of trick them into doing something silly if they think that there are less of us than there are. And if Samia is, you know, a very how do I say this?
Attractive target, it's okay.
You know what? That's better than what I was thinking of, honestly.
I don't know. What's your
So
charisma? Just kidding. Carry on.
Not that kind of attractive. I'm a person in shiny armor on a horse. I look like a great arrow target, I'm sure. It's fine.
so then they might be, they might do something that would reveal themselves more easily
Mhm.
than if they think, oh, there's a large group, we should hide. You
Yeah.
know.
If
So
they think it's
that's
just
my
a
thought process.
lone dummy traveling alone.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, I think we're probably just approaching the bridge. I might be trying to stealth, but I don't think anyone else necessarily is.
Right. I think maybe Samia hang back?
You move up to the
I'll go
bridge,
make
Danik.
myself visible, like slightly over here from the
Samia
bridge.
makes a distraction. You get up to
Yeah.
the bridge. The bridge is slightly arched. As you get up to the bridge, like you get up to the bridge. Are you moving like up and across the bridge? Are you like just kind of like hanging on the end? Not you,
I'm not,
Samia.
I'm-
Denik. Denik.
Oh, Denik. Okay.
Denik. Yeah. Denik and Theragor and Ingram, if you guys are going together.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, if you
I
want
will.
stealth, I think I should stay back with Sabia.
You know, if you literally just crouch, you'd be below grass level because you're short.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Given the curvature of the river, I think I would be trying to get to kind of like the northwestern edge. I don't know if I can make this make any sense, but
And like so if you're at the bridge, if the bridge is like this, okay, like this, you're gonna like this, you're gonna be on like the north edge of like the bridge where it hits the ground, right? Like it hits the
Yeah.
shoreline. And you want to be able to like
Yeah.
look up to the side that's collapsed in the water because the north side of the bridge in
Yeah.
the middle is collapsed. You want to be able to see that collapsed bridge and see under it, and then maybe
Yeah.
see the other side as well. Is that correct?
yeah, kind of from there. It's like if there's something under it, I'll be able to see it before
Perfect.
people pop up on top.
Cool.
But without going like I'm not going to try and ford the river or anything like that.
All right. So I'm not calling for a swim check.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So you get up to the bridge, you look under the bridge. It's plain to see that half of the middle section of the bridge has been melted and scorched. It also smells a little like acidic-y. Like there's like an acid sort of smell in the air, very chemically. As you are looking, though, you also see deep claw marks under this bridge. In fact, the damage to this bridge looks relatively recent, maybe within the past couple of days, maybe a week at most. It's very fresh. As you are looking under the bridge, you don't see any monsters, you don't see any creatures, you just see these giant deep claw marks that look like they came from bigger than a bear, is the best I can describe it. And they're like talon kind of marks under the bridge. Also, as you're looking at the bridge, you kind of scan, from the one side towards the middle. You see the burn marks. You smell the acid smell in the air. You scan to the other side. And then on the direct opposite side, north side, so you're on the east side of the river. This thing's on the west side of the river, almost mirroring you. you see this. It's a black goat. It's chewing grass, and it just stares at you.
Do I see this as well?
Nope, just Denik.
Oh, I thought it was with Denny.
Oh, if you're with Denik, then yes, you would see it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I thought me, Theragor, and
Just
Danik
like
were...
chewing on some grass. Just chomp, chomp, chomp.
What is it? Do I know what that is? Or what it looks like? Or is it just a goat, or is it like a special goat?
It looks like a goat.
Okay. It's just a black goat.
Lifts its head down, chews on some grass.
How does
Yeah.
read magic go?
Guess thou doth like to live deliciously. Okay, yeah. I don't know anything about goats.
How far is the
Uh,
goat?
It's 100 feet across the river.
Damn.
Ingram, can you speak to animals?
No, I'm not a druid.
Ah,
Sorry, that came out ruder than I thought. No, I
that's
can't.
fine.
So here's a question. We did just meet a very large bear. Do the claws match what I remember of the size of Reginald the bear, the
They
corrupted
don't,
bear?
but Ingram can give me a knowledge arcana check to try and identify the claw marks.
Yay.
Mm,
Acid,
Uh.
claw marks. You put 2 and 2 together, it's probably aliens. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably a dragon. The
Mm.
DC 10. You're like acid, water, big claw marks, smells like. It's probably a dragon. You're not exactly
Do I know
sure
what
kind of dragon.
what
Like,
flavor?
you
Yeah.
think it might be a black dragon just based on the acid, etc., but you're not sure how big it was. Like, it
Right.
could have been
Did you
like
say a black dragon?
a black dragon.
Did black dragons change shape?
Do I know if
Do they eat
dragons
grass?
have access to shape-changing magic?
Not with that 13, you're not sure.
Okay.
So I'll make my way back towards Samia, everyone's saying.
Right.
Well, I don't mean to alarm you, but
We should go to the tree.
England-
Run. We're running
it.
now.
got it.
Yes. Dragons. The goat's a dragon.
Running.
There's a goat over there. It's a dragon.
Running,
Probably.
running, definitely
Leaving.
running. Tree.
Yes.
That's
Tree.
fairly correct, but I was just like, well, I don't mean to alarm you, but definitely everyone just takes off. It's like, okay, sure. You know what?
Yeah.
I was worried I might have to argue, but that's okay.
Nope.
As you guys all run, from the distance you hear a bleep, bleep.
Now, I will
Yes.
say, I could
Wolf,
be wrong.
we're afraid of a goat now. Thanks.
That did not look like a goat.
It kind of looks like a goat, but maybe.
It
Who
did
knows?
ask me if I wanted to like the taste of butter.
What?
I'm sorry, it's a booby reference.
Oh.
That's really funny.
Meow.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys take off. You leave the goat. The goat. Who knows? You leave the goat where it's at, and I'm gonna
Fucking
leave that
goats.
token there for a later discovery. Whenever you guys feel like going back there. As you travel towards the east, you do take another night's of rest. It's been 3 days of travel at this point. And as you are moving through this area, beautiful, you discover a massive willow tree. Massive willow tree. It takes up, like, it is dead center in this hex, 12 square mile hex. Give me a survival check to do a little bit of exploration, fully map out this part of the greenbelt. Beautifully done. Very nice. Yeah, it's a massive, massive tree. You approach the tree, it sounds like. There's nothing else, just rolling hills, beautiful plains, the sound of the wind, and it's like a very nice summer day, like maybe like 68 and sunny. A couple clouds in the
Right.
sky, birds, and you see some
Does-
you see a herd of elk moving across the plains. As
Do
you
I
get
kn-
close to the tree, though, Ingram, let me finish.
Okay.
You're always interrupting me. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
sorry.
It's fine. I love you. You're beautiful. With that being said, as you get close to the tree, you notice there is a relatively large-sized hole in its base, around its base of its trunk. Okay. And there's 2 tiny blue individuals standing guard. They have little spears. They kind of look like tiny blue goblins.
And they're standing on what?
They're standing right in front of a big old hole in front of the
Into
tree, into the tree. Yep,
so
about
like you would go
man-sized hole.
under like you would go under the roots or something.
Yes.
How big are these blue beings?
About 2.5 feet tall.
Okay.
They look a little bit like this, knowledge nature.
Um.
29.
That, Ingram, that is a mite. They're lawful evil small fae.
Okay.
They need eye drops badly.
They do. They do. They look like they're suffering from like a bad case of flu.
They're both squinting as they don't seem to like the summer day, but they also seem like they're really dedicated
Right.
to, guarding this entrance.
Do I know anything
They
about
can cast
their
a couple of spells. They can do
culture?
prestidigitation at will, doom once per day. They are lawful evil. They can be reasoned with, but they tend to be very insular, a little racist, and they have a druidic abilities to like talk with vermin. So like rats and scorpions and bugs and things like that. They can communicate with them and often have, hives of them that they breed.
Right. Okay. What do I know about them socially, like their culture and whatnot?
They are fey. They can be a little trickery, but they tend to be they're lawful evil, right? So they tend to be a bit more. They have a patriarchal society, so it's usually led by a man. They often are a bit more tribalistic. They're not very intelligent. They have like an 8 int, to give you an idea. So they can form complete sentences. They just can't they get a little confused. And they're very tiny. Do you have any specific questions? I'm rambling at this point.
No. Just like they're basically you've answered my question mostly.
Okay.
Just like their behaviors and it's
Yeah.
like they can be reasoned with, but they're not like
They
evil.
only
They're
speak
tribalistic.
Undercommon.
Oh, they are evil.
They only speak Undercommon, by the way.
Lawful evil. So yeah,
Yes.
but okay, so they only speak undercommon, no
They hate dwarves and gnomes, by the way.
okay.
Hate them. Like
We should
seem
put
like
a
lovely
deep
people.
seething hatred.
right. We should put a bag over Thorogor's head.
I think not.
It won't help. They can smell them from a mile away.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they reacting to us?
They have not
I
seen
guess.
you.
Oh,
well,
miraculous.
we could try and talk to them. They do tend to have a hatred of the dwarven and gnomish races. So Thorogor, maybe don't talk. I don't know. Might even. I know.
We can talk to them. But
Do
the
you speak
dwarven
Blue Man?
texts.
I don't.
The dwarven texts speak of them as irrevocably evil.
Oh,
Lawful, but I do not get your hopes up, Ingram, is what I'm saying.
Right. Also, let's learn to judge by action and not what they are.
We'll see who's right after this encounter.
Right. Should we just talk to them then?
I have one question. Are we able to see if they're wearing any symbols, something that might denote if they work for Stagbird or not?
No symbols.
There's no stags, no stag heads, no
Nothing.
deer carcasses,
Well,
nothing.
they are racist, so I don't think they would work with humans willingly.
There it is.
You're the one who said that's what they were.
Yes.
All right.
I mean,
All right.
I guess I wonder whether we need to bother with them at all then, if that's the case. Like,
Well,
are we
because
gonna
mean,
present a big danger to Oleg? do you
Supposed to
think?
be exploring this place.
we are here to. We're here because of the Green Belt Charter.
Yes.
These things are here. Well, we must see if we can deal with them, or if not, if they are a threat.
Right. I'm going to be completely honest here. I am of the mind if something was here and we continue on and we make this kingdom, that we shouldn't try and force them to join us or anything like that. At least at first. I mean, we shouldn't force anyone to do anything really, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just talk to them.
Very well.
Fingers crossed. And we'll let, I don't know.
I think Ingram would like to try and talk to them,
Cool.
like
Yeah.
be the person in front.
Love
He's just
that.
gonna
Love that journey for you.
hold his hands out
Yeah.
and stand all the way up,
Yep.
make himself known, and
Okay.
just like approach in a non-aggravational way, non-provocational way.
Nice. Do you speak
Provocative?
Undercommon?
No, but I do have some
Okay.
ranks. I have a
So
rank
as
in
you
linguistics.
get close.
I believe, do I have...
Tongues, maybe? No? Is that a
I
spell?
may have a spell, but we would have to go off and like let me memorize it
As
and
you
then
make
come back.
yourself knowning.
Oh, wait, hold on. I apologize. I don't mean to cut you off again. I think I actually have a spell for this. Two. Hold on.
I can-
Go ahead.
No.
Yes.
As you approach, they're going to say this. Velus, podas! Verdi winneth! Velus, podas! Verdi winneth!
Can I make a
You
linguistics
may
check?
make a linguistics check to attempt to try to get a idea of what they're saying. Pretty good. They seem angry. They seem like they're telling you maybe to stop. They're pointing their little spears at you.
I have an idea.
Right.
Let us go away. We can camp. I will memorize comprehend languages, and I will cast it on whichever one of us will speak to them, or attempt to speak to them.
Okay.
Right. That sounds reasonable if they will let us go now.
Right. I'm just gonna wave at them and wave goodbye, and we're just gonna like try.
Aru, Tarhe, Rival, Dos Ful, Uga. Translation: Go away, human. You're ugly.
All right. I guess we'll do that real quickly.
You don't know that in character, but out of character, it was funny.
Right.
You head off. You can travel
Oh.
several miles away from them if you wish.
I can only
Tomorrow-
cast comprehend languages on myself.
So you get to
Okay.
talk to them.
Yeah.
It'll be a great moment for Therador.
Hold on. Do I not
Let's
have?
see what else I have.
I've only taken combat spells. I hate myself.
All I can say with that 23 on the second sentence, you're pretty sure they insulted you and your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, what language were they speaking?
Undercommon.
Undercommon.
Undercommon, yeah. Because of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Sorry, I was just double
I'm
checking
sure
my
your mother
languages.
is very nice.
Right.
What do we want to do about this?
I think maybe we come back. I didn't think that these things. I honestly thought the tree would be empty. They could just be a big tree in the middle of nowhere. Which is okay. I see the not the logic there, but okay.
I mean, they have a reputation for being not so good Nicks, but unless they're like actively doing something wrong, I don't really feel like messing with them if I don't have to.
Right.
I think we can let them rest for a bit, provided they're not, as Denok said, causing trouble, but it is something we should look into at a later point.
Right.
I agree.
Yes.
Diplomatically, since Theragor,
course.
you said you can learn their language after some rest.
Well, I can comprehend it. I will not be able to speak it.
Ah,
Right.
Basically, a
Um,
magic Google Translate where you hear it and then it translates it to Dwarven.
Right.
quick meta question. What
Yeah.
was this over here?
That was the cemetery where you guys
Oh,
fought those
yes.
undead
Oh, yeah,
dwarves
yeah,
and found
Cool.
signs of the Drugar from Theragor's backstory.
yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
I love how
don't-
the cursed chest is labeled nicely for us.
It is. I mean, feel free to label other stuff. I'm not stopping you.
What's this?
That was
The fairy circle, Pervilash's
yeah.
fairy
Right.
circle.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Mhm.
And we all know what this was.
Yeah, that's an evil dragon goat, apparently.
Or maybe it's just a goat. I don't know.
The DM is fucking with
I
us
think you
and
guys are
deciding whether or not he wants a TPK.
I think you guys are paranoid. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well,
Well, I don't know if it's a dragon or not.
we can
I'm
go
just
back.
based on what everyone told me.
If we think it's an animal, I can try and get it to go away.
I think we should. I think we should try and leave it alone for
All
now,
right.
and just continue south until we meet the river. Go
So
around the
here.
yeah.
I have an alternative, though.
Right.
While I may not wish to mess with the mites because they have not necessarily done anything wrong, slaying a dragon is definitely a heroic thing to do. So,
You want to fight a dragon, though we have no idea what it does.
do I want to? No, but I think that
It's something we can build.
I
up
would
to.
be more if it is indeed a dragon, I would be less willing to just leave it be necessarily. That would be a situation that I think we would need to deal with, whether or not it is a, hey, would you consider moving or something instead of just, wholesale murder?
Right. I think we shouldn't be. I don't think we should talk to a possible dragon until we are able to defeat said dragon.
Yes, we can consider this a scouting
Yes.
mission at the moment.
Okay.
If you wish.
So we go, we scout, and see if it's still there. It has been a day, so.
So, I am interested in investigating those footprints that we saw.
Yes.
Perhaps we go back, see where they led to.
I think we should do that.
I'm okay with that. Samia,
I'm fine with that as well.
So we rest and then
all right.
head
I
back.
wave at the mites and towards the bridge.
The might say in response to that, Alu Tore, das Fool, Nataway, Dugaren Elar.
Sounds like they're telling us not to go this
not that way
way.
too.
Yeah.
Definitely sounds like they said not this way. And like we got called idiots.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
That's nice. Don't fight.
Bye. You head back to
Watch
the
us
bridge.
go hit a TPK right now.
Yep.
Well, I
We're
mean,
gonna go to the other TPK.
that does open up my Saturday evening, so I mean it is what it is.
Wow.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Or am I? We'll see.
Mhm.
So you head back to the bridge. The bridge is as you left it. The muddy footprints are now dried. They were maybe a little bit wet last time, likely from some of the snow that like melted really quick. There's a bunch of runoff. The
Cool.
ground is moist, right? Not strangely moist, just moist. Anyway, so as you move up to the bridge, you go and you scout like you did last time. The goat's still there, just munching on grass, just chilling. Kind of looks up, quietly goes bleep, and then goes back to munching on grass.
Can I attempt to get just a little bit closer to see a bit more detail about the goat? I
You
need
going
to see if
up
it's
on the
got,
bridge?
I didn't see anything under the bridge, so if the bridge appears to be structurally sound,
It does.
then sure.
Give me
If
an
it looks like it's
engineering
going to
check.
fall right over because the part that was holding it together was in the middle, then no.
Who
you
has
know.
knowledge engineering?
Engineering?
Yeah.
Man.
Nope.
Let's see. I may have something.
I have a +8.
You have it as a skill?
Yeah.
Put a
Knowledge
rank into it?
engineering? Yeah.
Engineering. ENG. Engineering. Not dungeoneering.
Yes.
Engineering. Yeah. Roll them
As
bones,
an-
baby. Thank you.
As an arcanist, I
Thank
have
you.
knowledge all.
I'm proud of you. I'm really proud.
Oh,
Me too.
Nice.
Learned scholar. Hi.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. Yeah, it
I will
looks,
re-roll
looks
that.
no. Looks solid. It looks sure as right as rain.
Use my once per day
Hey, you know what's
reroll.
really funny about that? Looks solid, right as rain. It looks good.
Good to hear. I step
Use
out
my-
onto the bridge.
Cool.
I use my once per day reroll,
Yeah.
and I got an nat
On
20.
a knowledge check. All right.
Yes.
So as you head up to
Once
the
a day.
bridge, the goat starts to mirror you. You're walking up the bridge. It's walking up the bridge, still chewing grass. Kind of a little bit of a slack jaw look, black beady eyes. You're moving up. It moves up. You get to that point where the middle part of the bridge is half collapsed, like 25 feet of the 50-foot wide bridge is collapsed down, a 10-foot long area. It stops on the other side, and it just looks at you, and it goes, bleep.
Can I use my sea magic ability?
Sure.
Is this goat magical?
Yeah, this goat's got some transmutation, a little bit of abjuration, and some divination on it.
Okay. I will walk forward a little bit.
Okay.
Not into the hole of the bridge. I don't think we've
Bleep.
gotten that far.
Bleep.
Hello.
Bleep.
My name is Ingram. I can see that you're giving off magic. I don't think you to be a goat.
The goat poops on the bridge.
Ingram,
Yep.
I believe that my comprehend languages will work on this goat.
Is goat a language?
Well, it says creatures in the spell.
You guys comprehend the languages?
I don't
Hello,
know.
goat.
It says
I
you can
like
understand the spoken words of
grass.
creatures.
Comprehend goat, then.
It says you can understand the spoken words of creatures.
Bleep.
I don't know. Does that mean I would let the GM.
You gonna cast it?
Did it take us a full day to get over here?
It did.
Back
You rested.
Yeah.
You got a full night.
All
of
right.
rest.
Yes.
Yep.
I will cast comprehend languages.
Awesome. He's like, bleep, bleep, Emma, Emma, Emma. Just keep saying the name Emma over and
Emma.
over again.
All right. Who is Emma?
Emma, Emma, bleep, Emma.
Emma.
Just keep saying the name Emma over and
You
over
keep
again.
saying Emma.
You said transmutation?
Correct.
Okay, I know that Pathfinder is different from D&D. What options do I have available that since I have the ability to cast magic? Like I know counter spells and action I can take.
Do you have Dispel Magic yet? I don't believe you do.
No, that's like a third
So-
level, second level spell.
Yeah,
Could
counter spell is
probably-
not a spell. You counter something when the spell is being cast.
Right.
If you're thinking, oh, this is something that is being turned into a goat, you're looking more at something like break enchantment or
Right.
dispel magic. But
Yeah. But we
uh,
don't
do-
have.
I
we're
do
not
have.
quite there yet.
Yeah.
Would
I
you
do
like
have the
to
counter spell.
identify the spells that you're seeing?
Yeah, but it's still if you have like counter drain or whatever, like the counter spell Arcanist exploit, that still is like it's something that allows you to make a swift action when someone's trying to cast a spell to stop it from happening.
Okay.
But it doesn't break a spell that's already on a target. I'm sorry, I'm
All right.
I
No.
Thank you for
no, that's
explaining.
great.
This is a group effort. I never apologize for helping other players know the rules.
So
Never. You're great.
Spellcraft to
That's awesome.
identify the transmutation.
Yep.
Spell on it. Okay. Boop. 16.
You're pretty sure it's Baleful Polymorph.
Baleful polymorph.
Yep.
Would I have an idea what that spell does?
It forcibly turns something into a creature, and can oftentimes also forcibly make them think they are that creature, thus losing their mind and becoming a cute, fuzzy animal. Like this goat.
Okay.
It's pretty cute, actually. It's a cute goat. Bleep.
I-
Emma.
I
Emma.
think that goat might have been a person.
Emma.
I can see
Emma.
transmutation. It might have been a person named Emma then.
Emma.
Or a
Emma is the
person.
person who did it.
Yes.
Maybe.
Emma. Bleep.
Well,
I would have to. I don't exactly have the magical capabilities of breaking a spell of that magnitude.
Well, it
Maybe
certainly
Joe
has a
does.
limited vocabulary.
Emma!
I don't think we're going to learn anything from it.
We get it, Wolf. We get it.
I mean, if it really is, like, maybe we could bring this goat to Jode. He is a
Ah,
priest of
yes.
the Wild Hunt. If
Well,
anyone
that is an
else,
excellent idea.
Yes, maybe.
Provided you can lead us back there.
Right.
Yes.
I'll do the best I can.
Let's kidnap a goat.
Yes. Come, Emma.
Hang on.
Hey.
I would like to roll a handle animal check at this point, I think.
Oh yeah, you can do that. That's a thing.
Yeah, and I have
Nice.
ranks in it for
That's
some reason.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Nice.
The goat
Fine.
backs off.
I don't want it to back off, I want it to come here.
I know, it backs off. And it keeps saying,
Okay.
Emma, Emma. Then it stamps its feet on the wood and, like, looks over its shoulder towards the west.
Bring us to Emma.
Bleep!
Lead the way.
It hops a
Can I-
little bit, almost
Think it
excitedly.
certainly wants that.
Almost excitedly, it hops a little bit, yeah.
I
Okay.
think it wants to follow.
Yeah,
Bad
yes.
feeling about this,
I
Emma, but
would
okay.
agree with that.
Got a weird
I
feeling
mean,
about this?
on the plus side, it
Yeah.
doesn't sound like it's a dragon.
Bleep!
I mean, closer, it doesn't look like a dragon.
Bleep!
Right. Well, let's follow it.
Bleep!
We run.
Bleep!
Okay. I'll gingerly step over the hole in the bridge
Yep.
and follow the goat towards my destiny.
Yes.
I don't even step over it. I just, dimensional stride over it. It's 30 feet, right? Like,
I'm just gonna say that not everything you do has to be so flashy, but I'll be offended if you stop being so flashy. It's a weird juxtaposition. That's all I'm saying.
I don't
That's
think I'm
beautiful.
physically capable.
Good. Be flashy.
Okay.
I want you to be flashy.
Love you, buddy.
Cool. You guys continue onward through the. You get back into the forest. Surprisingly enough.
God damn it.
And the goat is like trotting along. The spell wears off, so instead of hearing Emma, you hear like mid Emma it goes Ambleep. Like that's what you hear.
All right.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
this embleep?
And as you're traveling through the woods, give me a perception check as you're getting deeper into the woods, traveling westward.
Everyone?
Everyone or?
Yeah, everybody, roll them bones. Bleep.
Yeah.
Give me a sense motive on the goat as well.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't either. I was gonna ask for one earlier.
Deceptive goat.
God damn it.
That's the most trustworthy goat you've
No!
ever run it. Samia, it's so adorable. It looks up at you and it's got like big doleful eyes and it goes
Do
bleep.
it!
It goes bleep.
You have a +9?
Yes!
So on the 22 Denic and the 19, you get the impression, as much as you can from a goat, that it's nervous. The deeper into the forest you get, the more nervous it gets. Like it starts kind of saddling up next to Samia's horse and like maybe like hiding kind of like almost half under it. And its bleats become more of like, instead of bleep, they become bleep, bleep, bleep.
It could be taking us to the creature that transformed it.
Would I know if we kill the caster who casted this baleful polymorph, if it would end the spell?
It would not. You
Okay.
would need them to
Dismiss it.
manually dismiss it. Yes.
Okay.
What do I notice about our surroundings, I guess?
The
If I'm not
forest
just
is
blindly
becoming
following this goat.
denser, and start to smell something in the air.
Oh.
It smells like
Teen Spirit?
it smells like da na na na
Victory.
na 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 na. No, it smells like fresh baked muffins. Maybe like, what do you like in your muffins, Nick? Like, what's your favorite thing to put in a muffin?
My favorite thing to put in a muffin.
Like, do you like nuts? Do you like berries? Do you like nothing? Just like
I
to be
think of the last
muffiny?
time I had a. Trying to think of the last time I actually had a muffin.
I
It was probably like a coffee.
It was a little bit like a coffee
like a
muffin.
coffee cake muffin.
Yeah, like a coffee cake muffin is what you're smelling. Yeah, it smells good. Refreshing even.
I
Smells good.
don't like this.
All right, let me go out over here. I've added to your neutral people.
I mean, there's worse things to smell out in the woods. There could be so
The
much bear
goat.
poop out here.
Goats over here, kind of hiding
Can I-
next to Mia.
Can I make a check as to determine why it smells like muffins?
Probably
Oh,
because
do we
probably
all
someone's
smell-
baking muffins. I mean,
we
I don't
all
know what
smell
to tell you,
muffins?
Ingram. It
Oh.
smells like someone's baking muffins. And in fact, the goat stops suddenly, stamps the ground with its little hooves. It lets out the quietest, most sheepish, nervous bleep you've ever heard. Bleep. And then like hides behind Samia's horse, like behind its legs, looking under the legs. And as you look forward into the forest, it clears ever so slightly, and you see what kind of looks like a hut in the middle of the forest. From the hut, you see some smoke rising, and you also hear a voice, like someone singing.
Mm-mm.
Male or female?
Female.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Well, this seems fine.
Who
Okay.
among us?
Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm disconnecting from my
Yes.
character.
Dinnick.
Or, I mean, do your thing.
Are you? Dinnick, are you the most stealthy among us?
I don't mean to brag, but probably.
Perhaps you should slip up there and see what you can see. And then come back
Well,
and
I
tell
mean-
us.
If you wish, but there's certainly much more inviting than wild animals and.
Well, the goat
Evil
seems
bear.
terrified.
Right. DM,
I suppose you're right.
can I make some sort of like knowledge check to determine if I'm able to connect the dots on what this thing is? A hut, muffins,
Yeah.
person in the
So
woods.
you hear this song, and it's sung in this melodious, sounds like a young woman's voice. With a twirl of my spoon and a flick of my wrist, I gather the magic that none can resist. Flour and sugar and a dash of delight, stir it all gently under moon's soft light. And it goes on. Muffins in the oven, rising so tall, sweet little treats for one and all. A pinch of
And then I step on a
stardust, a
branch.
sprinkle of crack. The music stops.
Do not eat the muffins.
Stepping out from inside.
Okay, I
of-
won't eat the muffins.
Stepping out from
Don't do anything
inside
it says.
of the hut. You see a person. They look like a person. Now, are they a person? That's the question. But they look a little bit like this. I'm gonna move guys over to a brand new map so you can see what's going on. This is what you see before you. The goat starts to shake as the woman steps out. This is what she looks like. Little rosy cheeked, white hair, big old basket full of muffins right here. Big old basket on the right hand side. Little red sash. Looks like a young woman, maybe in her, 20s, etc. Hello? Is someone there? Hello?
Can I
guess
make
I'll try
a-
and put on the charm. Since I definitely like they. All right, I'll try and sneak. Whack. Well, that's Trotbat.
Mm.
Can
Good
I make a-
day.
Sorry.
Oh!
Good
She
day,
s-
miss.
she
Nice to
steps
see you.
back, seeming startled. Who are you? What are you doing in this part of the woods?
My name is Dennick Durand. I am the. I am a friend to these forests now.
That sounds like a diplomacy check, because you're not lying. Or are you lying? You tell
Nope.
me.
I'm just trying to be slightly non-specific about it,
Yeah.
but
Okay. Pretty good. Oh. She seems to calm, relaxes, sets down the basket of muffins, pushes down her dress, fixes it a little bit, pulls her hood back. She has very, almost snow white hair. She smiles pleasantly in your direction. Oh, well, there's been bandits in these woods of late, and my dear friend Frank has run off. He does get lost ever so often. You haven't happened to seen a black goat, have you?
Why would your goat run off?
Well,
Do you not feed it?
I do. Quite often. We got into a little bit of a tit for tat. He was mad about something, and I overreacted a little bit.
Well, I will be plain. I am sure that, um, given what I have seen of the people who call this wood home, I would assume that you are more than my eyes would suggest. I am here with friends seeking to put down roots and to deal with these bandits because what they are doing, I believe, is wrong. No one should be, set up with terrible flames on their neck, or etc., etc. And I have a feeling that that might be the reason why your goat ran away. I just simply want to make sure that we are not simply dancing around truths with each other. Do you know what I mean? I don't wish to disrespect you by suggesting that you are not more than you appear.
Her pleasant smile becomes ever so slightly mischievous, and she doesn't do anything to hide it. She's not trying to hide the fact. Like, she smirks. Your arm there. It appears to be made of wood. Where did you get it?
A blessing of my lady.
And what lady would that be? Dennick Durand?
If I knew, I do not know if I would say. I believe that my matron, I guess, does not enjoy giving out true names. That being said, I actually don't know what her name is.
We've been calling her the Lady of the Woods, by the way. I think that's like the colloquial name. Out of character.
I suppose that is true. They do call her the Lady of the Wood. If that means anything to you.
Ingram, have you approached as well? Or is it just Dennick in the front? Okay.
That was me.
The goat is kind of butting into the horse, not moving at all because the horse is massive, but it's butting into the horse, and it's letting out very quiet bleeps, like bleep, bleep.
Is it trying to shove my horse forward?
Yes.
Oh,
Samia kind of glares it down, and I'm gonna make another animal handling check.
Perfect.
To get it to stop frickin' doing that.
No. Ingram wants to know why this is happening. Why it wants us to go forward.
Well, Dennick, my name is Emma. I will ask my question again. Have you seen a black goat?
I have seen a black goat.
You have? That is ever so wonderful. And where was he? We can bring him home, and then Frank and I can be together again, just as it always should be.
See, here's the question. My friends have suggested to me that Frank is in fact not a goat. Would that be true?
Well... And she giggles ever so slightly. Frank is my companion. He made a promise to stay with me, and then he tried to renege on that promise. I may have overreacted. As far as Frank not being a goat, the answer is yes, but also no. It's complicated, as most interesting things are. Would you like a muffin? She picks up the basket. As she does so, there is a waft of muffin scent that goes towards you. Give me a will save. boy howdy, do those muffins smell like coffee. I will leave it up to you how that affects your character. I will never pigeonhole you in a situation like this when we're role
So
playing.
I think that
What are you
it's
thinking?
like, I'll say no because the logical part of my brain says I don't want it, but I'm clearly salivating. So it's just like, I do, but like,
I want
man,
I
they
want
have
it
to smell
said.
so good.
I want it said that Ingram has been trying to listen as much as he can from where he
Perfect.
is.
She takes a step forward. They're fresh baked, right out of the oven. My own
How
recipe.
how much of this am I getting?
All of it? She's not
All of it?
she's
Okay.
not
Not
quiet.
that far.
They're
Okay,
like
all right.
they're loudly speaking to each other from, 20, 30 feet away.
All right.
So yeah, I'll say like, um,
How far away is he?
thanks, but no. Look,
Can I
I guess the way I see it is, if Frank's really not a goat, then I mean, he really should have a choice as to whether or not he should want to leave. So like, I mean, is there not some kind of a compromise we can make here?
That's the
Or at
thing
least
with
maybe,
promises, Denick. That's the thing with promises. He made a promise to stay with me. We shared a bed together. He made a promise, and promises should be kept, especially when there's carnal relations involved, don't you think?
I'm not sure I really have much to say about that, honestly, but uh I guess the thing is that, a promise is not to make a promise is not to sell yourself into indentitude. I think. Sorry, I need to take a step back. Your muffins are really distracting.
She's like inching the muffins and holding the muffins in front of her.
Mhm.
They smell so good. The best muffins.
what do I get?
Her muffins bring all the goats to the yard. Her muffins are better than yours.
What am I getting with my detect magic?
She is radiating enchantment, transmutation, abjuration, and also a bit of transmutation.
Okay. What about Denok? I was focusing on him as well.
He is radiating a little bit of enchantment magic that's swirling around him. So, like, imagine like Looney Tunes style. There's like little magical like smoke things that are coming up and like tickling his nose and like going up and trying to pull him forward. Like that's what you
Mhm.
see with detect magic. Yeah,
All right.
they
I
do
can
smell
infer.
pretty good.
It's like with every moment, my attempt to make a logical argument for like, listen, maybe this guy just needs a bit of space is like rapidly going downhill.
That's beautiful.
I would like to determine what kind of enchantment is on Denok right now.
It is a compulsion magic. It is suggestion. It is attached to those muffins.
Okay.
Basically, the suggestion is you should eat this muffin.
Right.
Eat my muffin.
I'm gonna try and like step forward a little bit.
Sure.
I want to get his attention. Oh, hold on. Curse of carbohydrates.
Delicious
Yeah.
carbohydrates. I desire them. Bring them to my mouth. It's so funny.
I'll use. Oh god, I don't have anything good chosen right now. I really do need to keep message chosen. Or is it message? Whatever the
Message is the spell that lets you send a silent message to your friends.
Yeah, I really need to get another freaking cantrip I can prepare each day.
It's a magical text message while their phone's on silent.
I know.
I think it's actually silent. I might be wrong, but
God, I want to do something.
it's not. That's funny.
What do you guys think?
About
Out of character.
This
We
is
all know
out
what
of
this
my
is.
wheelhouse.
we
Out of
all know
character.
what this is out
I
of character,
know.
but like in character, it's like
Weird lady in the woods. I know.
Do you know what this is?
fuck
I've
Baba
been
Yaga.
asking. I asked earlier for a
What?
knowledge planes check,
I
please.
think you're making a lot of a lot of
It's not
assumptions.
Baba Yaga,
That is
it's
not a
Emma
chicken.
Yaga. Baba
That is
Yaga's
not a
niece.
chicken-legged house. All right, it's just a hut.
Or
Okay,
some
what she
Baba
wants you to think.
Yaga-ish.
DM, would I
Yes.
be able to make a knowledge planes check
Sure,
at this point?
absolutely. Take a look at the lady.
Like she's got abjuration, transmutation, enchanted magic.
Yeah, make a
These are
knowledge to
ticking
planes.
boxes.
Of course,
Okay.
yeah. Look at her.
23.
Yeah, she doesn't look like an extraplanar creature. She looks like a lady, like a
Mhm.
person. She looks human.
With the 23?
Yeah, she looks human.
Okay.
Lady.
I think I am reasonably well traveled. I'm afraid I don't remember a whole lot of Galarian's atlas, but like, roughly how far away is Irison?
Many, many, many miles.
Okay.
Like, many miles.
Is that like inner sea or
I thought I had.
another continent
Hold
altogether?
on one
Okay.
second.
Yeah. I'll stop the thought process there because it's like, if you live anywhere near the borders of Irison, you kind of know their
So
deal.
you guys are here, right? And Irison is
Wait, where?
over 1,000 miles away from where you guys are at.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Fine. It's fine.
it's
Oh,
far away.
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Irison.
So, long story short, I'm not going to be referring to this person as Honored Yadviga. So, we can move on. It's fine.
That's funny.
Okay. Obviously, though, something is. This person has some sort of magic because they've made it a magic effect.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
She responds to Dennick's statement. I'm going to let you stew for a moment, Ingram. Think about what you want to do. She responds to Ingram's statement. You know, Dennick Duran, you said you saw my goat. Is he close by? Is Frank nearby?
I think if Frank wants to come back, Frank can do that himself.
Frank! Frank, if you come back, I'll turn you back into what you were. Frank! The goat looks up at Samia with eyes that are like, don't let me do this, as it slowly starts to move forward.
Samia reaches out and grabs its horn.
It goes, bleep, bleep. She goes, Frank, I heard you. Frank,
Samia kind of.
you've
I'm
come
gonna
back
try
to me.
a handle.
Bleep,
I'm gonna try a
bleep.
handle animal check.
Frank, where are you? She mutters a couple of words in Sylvan. As she does so, her eyes glow blue, and it looks very similar to the way you cast Detect
Counterspell.
Magic, Ingram.
Oh, detect magic? I'm sorry, I take that back.
Okay, it's fine if you like counterspell. All right, I guess she doesn't
No.
detect magic and just tries again. She's like,
No, no,
that's
no.
strange.
No.
No.
I got an 18 on handle
Sorry.
animal to keep Frank
you are
from.
holding Frank. Frank's trying to struggle against you. A little
He
bit.
looked at me like he didn't want to go.
Yeah, but he's still struggling. I don't know. Enchantment magic's a thing. What do you want from me?
Right. Okay, so
Nobody
she's
likes
doing,
mixed messages.
No, exactly. That's why it's funny.
I feel
She's
like
doing
that's just
detect
this
magic,
lady's
right?
whole
Yep.
deal.
She did
Okay.
detect magic, and she's like, Frank, I see you. And one, two, at least two others. It's all right. You can come out. I have muffins enough for everyone.
I will
Durgor approaches.
walk over to Dennick and
How
I
about me?
will. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh, good. Hungry, but good. Listen, how about a compromise? How about we
As I
talk to
appro-
each other and not
I kiss
try
Dennick.
and stuff delicious muffins in our
I
faces.
kiss him and I
That sounds
slap
like
him.
Ow!
You may
I would like
remake
to-
your will save. You may remake
Yes!
your will save with that. Add a +2.
Okay.
Beautiful. Bleep. You know what? They do still smell good, but you're like, I already ate. You had trail rations, right? Like you're okay.
You understand, right? Okay. Hi, Miss person.
Emma.
How are you?
My
You're
name
Emma.
is- Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. I can hear Frank back there. Is there
Right.
another of your number holding him back? I said I would turn
He-
him back.
He's currently having a nice conversation.
Bleep. bleed.
Sounds wonderful to me. He's in no harm, I assure you.
He's screaming my name. I can hear it.
Right. I know, we've had it translated. I do understand that the spell Baleful Polymorph has been cast upon him. I wish to know why.
Well, you see, he made a promise that if we were intimate together, he would stay with me. And in the morning, I found that he had scurried off. I was rather put out, and I may have overreacted some. Dear Dennick
Right.
here has, well, surely shown me the error of my ways. Would you like a muffin? Make a will save.
Counterspell.
Ah,
Would you like a muffin? You can't countersmell her offering muffins.
Well, it's actually not an actual spell. Wait,
Calm
okay,
down.
Okay.
She's literally offering you muffins.
Okay. I am keeping up detect magic just so I know when she's casting magic.
Okay, you believed him, girl.
Alright.
That's the oldest line in the book.
I know.
It is.
It is.
Okay, so little clarification for
Yes.
the newbie
Yes.
at the table.
Okay.
Hi, how
All
are
right.
you?
Hello.
Counterspell can counter the act of casting magic as if I was casting and expending a spell slot, not like a spell-like ability.
So you can counter any spell that is cast with the same spell. So if someone casts a fireball and you have it prepared, as an arcanist, you have the ability to use an arcane point to do it as an immediate action. Also, though, I believe it might be an arcane exploit to do that, but there's an option to do
Right.
that. Normally, though, you have to say, I'm readying an action to counter spell. I'm readying to do it. As they go to cast that spell, you can then either use Dispel Magic, which is a caster level check to overcome their caster level. Basically, you try to make your magic more powerful, or you could simply use the same spell to counter it automatically. Basically, they go to
Okay.
throw a fireball, you throw another fireball at it, and they diffuse in the air. There's also some spells that can be like countered by like other things, like slow counters haste if it's already been cast and things like that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. Okay. So if I don't have the spell, I gotta make a check.
Correct.
Yes, because
Alright.
you're basically it's as if you're using Dispel Magic, and
Right.
the Arcanist actually has to do that.
Right. I, as a scholar and a mage, I think I would have had plenty of mage duels in my time.
Sure.
I have the counterspell Arcanist
Yeah.
exploit for a reason.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping that mentality up. Like something's going
Good.
on here.
I
that
still
don't
need
have
you to make a will save, please.
Okay. All right. That's
Love
fine.
the explanation of your character abilities. Now roll a will save. It's a beautiful thing.
17.
Cool. They smell really good. But you're not compelled to go and take one. All right? They smell really good, though.
Those smell wonderful, but I am.
Yes, they're fresh baked. I have some
Yes.
with chocolate chips in them, and this one has a bit of coffee in it, and I have some with berries. Do you like berries?
Berries are a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
I, though, have more important matters to attend to, i.e., Frank.
Theragor, can you also make a will save? Because I mean, they do smell really good.
Come
I also have some dwarven ones.
You
They
can
have
do
a
it,
bit
you
of
can do it. Dwarven willpower.
rock put in them.
you have a
Dwarves
meat
eat rock,
muffin?
right? Oh yes, meat.
I'm
That's what I said.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
But-
go ahead.
Am I aware that I was being magically compelled to
100%.
try and
Because you like shake it off. You're like, that wasn't natural smelling. Like you've been.
Okay, I think
compelled
I
this
would
way.
intervene. I don't want to be doing all the talking today, but I will say basically, okay, please stop that. I'm willing to talk to you without you trying to force things on us. That is not right.
She frowns, lifts the muffins up for a moment, rolls her eyes, and sets the muffins down behind her. That smell seems to dissipate.
Thank you. As a token of good faith, I'll take a few steps forward. Basically, like, you know.
He moves over and plops
Okay.
down on this log.
So, what's your deal?
I don't understand the question.
So, people don't just live out in the middle of nowhere without a really good reason.
I like the solitude, the quiet,
Okay.
and Frank agreed to live here with me.
Right. I can also tell that there are several types and schools of magic upon you. Care to expound upon that.
Squints at you, and I see there are a number of spells and schools of magic upon you as well. Would you like to explain that?
Yes. I currently have Read Magic, a spell cast upon myself.
And I currently have some protection magic. As I mentioned, there are bandits in these woods.
If I may.
Very well.
Is your name Emma?
It is. What's your name?
Do not.
Emma. This man, Frank, has angered you. He gave you his word that he would stay with you.
He did.
In anger, you turned him into a goat.
I did.
How long has he been
He thinks.
a goat?
At least one moon.
Well, I will tell you this. He broke his word, which was wrong. He has been a goat for one moon. That is punishment enough.
Fine, I'll turn him back into not a goat. She puts her hands
Very
on her
well.
hips and stands up.
All right.
See,
I
we're all
will-
being reasonable.
The short,
I will-
squat human makes a really good point.
Bring forth the goat.
Yep. I will come forward with the goat.
Oh, you're tall. And on fire. She squints. A threat.
Why is that the first thing everyone says?
Not every day
It's
you see
very
someone on
noticeable.
fire. And you're on a horse. A beautiful, majestic black horse. Hello, Frank. The goat goes, bleep. Now, I'm going to turn you back into what you were. And you and I need to have a long conversation about promises and keeping your word. Bleat, bleat. I won't make you stay, but I'm hoping you'll want to stay. All right. Rubs her hands together. Keeps rubbing them. Says some arcane and a little couple of arcane words. Her eyes glow slightly green, and Frank begins to change before your eyes.
I would like to try and spellcraft as she's casting to see if I can understand what the spell is.
She is casting undo. She's basically casting the reverse of Bethel Polymorph.
Okay.
As
long as it's
the
green
goat
light.
begins to stand up on its hind legs. Its hind legs start to turn from black to brown. They remain furry. They remain hooves. His midsection starts to look a little portly. Then, as he continues to change, you see this man standing before you. God damn it! I swear to God, I was a goat for a whole fucking month! Emma, look, alright, look, all I'm saying here, okay? Like, look, alright, here's what I'm gonna tell you, okay? Look, look, it's nothing personal, alright? I'm a saint, I like to get around, I like to have some fun, I like to go here, I like to go there, alright? I was gonna come back, probably, but you turned me into a fucking goat, okay? Like, let's talk about overreactions, okay? Overreactions, that was a bit of an overreaction. Now, I will say this, I made a mistake. You made a huge mistake. We shared a bed together. I know, okay, look, I know, all right? And what I said, I do care about you, but, like, you were moving a little fast. You're like, let's get a nice cottage in the middle of the woods. Let's open up a fucking bakery. It was a whole thing. I wasn't ready for that level of commitment. Also, we're literally in the middle of the fucking woods. Who's gonna buy you muffins? I don't know, maybe the bandits? Bandits are fucking terrible. Well, you're terrible. And they continue to argue, and he kind of walks over, and they're having, like, a marital spat.
Okay, I would like to confirm that there is no magic on Frank as of right now.
Frank is just a satyr.
Okay. Thank you.
And Emma is very heartbroken.
Okay.
And they are arguing, and she kind of starts to cry. And he's like, come on, Emma. No, darling. Darling, I don't like to see tears. Look, I'll be the first to admit I was a fucking asshole, okay? Look, I'm a bit of a player. All I'm saying is maybe we take things a little slower. I could agree to that. Just a little slower, all right? I got feelings for you. I got heartfelt, deep down, emotional, in my hairy little legs. I got feelings, okay? And maybe those feelings could become, marriage. You want to marry me? I didn't say that. You want to marry me. And like, it's a whole thing.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, it's a whole
Right.
thing. So
He's never gonna learn.
they're doing
Um,
a thing, yeah.
I'd like to ask Frank a question if I could.
Hold on, big buddy. All right, hold on. Okay, look. I didn't say marriage yet. It's a possibility in the future. We're going to get married. I have to prepare. Oh, son of a bitch. And she's gonna like scurry off and like head back into the hut. And he's like, oh, if she didn't have that, if she wasn't so beautiful, I would just. Yep. All right, there she goes. Hate to see her go. Love to watch her leave. Anyway. Oh, hey. It's the guy and the lady on the horse. Appreciate it. Not really polite to grab a guy's horns. But I get it. It's okay.
And where else did you expect me to grab you?
I don't know, wherever you want, Toots. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, I really appreciate you guys talking some sense into her. She's got a good heart. She's like, I'm getting married. Anyway, yeah, so you had a question, Mr. Man? Over there? What? You got a wooden arm. That's pretty neat. Where'd you pick that up? The wooden arm store?
You know what,
This fucking guy.
okay, and I'd like take him by the head and do the same stupid thing I did to Paralash.
Yeah. That's a
Focus.
real. Oh, we're doing this now. You know, I am a spoken for,
Yes.
but I mean, you're beautiful.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
I'm trying to find out if you saw what broke the bridge that you were standing at.
Oh yeah, it was a dragon, big black one.
Could you be more specific as to
Are you
its
serious?
age?
It was a dragon?
I don't fucking know how old the dragon was. I didn't stop to ask. I was like, hey, Mr. Dragon,
How
are
big
you
was
400? I don't know, big. Like, you know,
it?
big.
Bigger than my horse?
Oh yeah, much bigger. At least double the horse size.
Great.
Where did the dragon go?
don't know,
Super,
into the
thanks.
river?
Enjoy your life.
It was swimming. All right, bye everybody.
Okay.
No, hang on.
Hang on, hang on,
Darling,
hang
I
on.
would like
I'm
some more
backing
information
off.
about this
Whoa,
dragon.
hey, we're spinning back this way. Okay. She comes out. She's now dressed all in white. And he's like, oh, buddy. I have
That's
bitten off
obsessed.
more than I can chew, but you know what? I'll probably outlive her. It's only, what's another couple hundred years? You know what? It's fine. Anyway.
I am
Yeah.
a cleric of Torag. I could marry the both of you.
Shut
right
the
now
fuck
if
up.
you
All right, just shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
It's
I
perfect.
think
We
we
have
should
a priest here. We can do the wedding now. Darling, I need to invite my family. You need to invite your family. These things take time and preparation. We'll get there. We now know this man, Mr. Beard Guy. What was your name again? Terra.
There we go.
I don't care. Anyway, so this guy, he'll marry us eventually in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of years, you know, with maybe a long engagement, you know. But anyway, you had more questions for me?
Yeah, about the dragon. Which way did it go? Which way did it come from?
Right. So it was swimming.
Swimming.
Yep, it was swimming. You know, I guess they could breathe underwater or something. I don't know. I'm not a dragon expert, okay? It was big. It was scary. I ran away.
Okay, so it was going south down the river?
That's correct.
Right. Would I know what
course
kind of
it was.
dragon can swim?
Black ones.
Black one? So just a black dragon is
They
what
live
we're
in
dealing with?
swamps usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Dragons are knowledge.
Arcana.
I don't do that.
I do. Fuck, I don't.
You do. You still don't like it was a dragon. It's
Yeah,
probably, it's
okay.
probably an older one.
All right. I do have a quick question.
So you watch as Emma's like playing with his horns and like twirling his hair, and he like keeps trying to push her away, and she's just obsessively like fawning over the satyr. That's funny.
Wow. Jesus.
Oh, it's hilarious. Anyway, we
so-
know exactly what that is. Yeah, she's just a smitten lady. What do you want from her? You thought she was a hag. Racist. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Hags are
Um,
native to this region.
Yeah. May I make some sort of check to see if she, like a knowledge check or something like that, to see if she is a hag or isn't?
Sure, go for it.
Like,
Give me a knowledge
planes?
local.
Okay.
She's human.
Okay.
She's a human.
Okay.
Just
Like
a regular old
hags?
human.
That seems like
I
a
still think she's a hag.
That's fair. I respect that.
Yeah. Might I introduce ourselves? We are here on behalf of, was it the River Kingdoms or no? It was Brevoy, right?
Boy.
Okay. Look.
Specifically, the Sword Lords of Restov.
Right. We're here under a charter from the Sword Lords of Restov. We are here to explore and try and civilize the Greenbelt Charter, the Greenbelt region. Civilize is not mandatory. We're just out here exploring for now. We wanted to introduce ourselves. If you ever have any issues or problems, you can find us I try and like spitball the distance between here and Oleg's.
Like 60 miles.
60 miles north of here, intersection of two roads. I don't have the map here, so I can't really tell.
Right, yeah, okay, 2 roads to the north. Sure, darling, just not now. We have company. Stop it.
So if you ever get like mauled by, bears or stag
Women?
people,
Yeah, I get it. No, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, bears, women,
Or
stag
if
people.
you decide to get married.
Shut
I
up. Oh my god.
Yeah, Therago, I love your enthusiasm, but you dig the man a grave.
Of course he's a fucking priest. Bite it. I'm cursed, I swear.
Technically, I could marry you too, but not in like a magical way or a holy way or anything like that. I've been ordained before. It's okay. It was a thing.
Emma starts feeding him muffins. He eats them.
Right.
Frank was really good. Yeah. Oh wait. Burp.
Anyways,
Right.
if you guys need anything happens,
Yeah, right.
let us know.
Absolutely. You know what? I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, you've fixed our relationship, and for that I will forever be thankful. And we'll be talking to you soon, Therago, about wedding bells ringing. I guess. I'm so fucked.
Oh,
Sorry. I
have to
have
remind. About 10 miles east, there's a big tree and with a bunch of what do you call them? Lights?
yes, mites.
What's their deal?
It's funny you should ask. I actually know those mites. One of them's name is Jerry. Real son of a bitch, alright? Like, just a real asshole. He's got this whole beef with the kobolds that live, like, northeast of them or something, the Suit-Scaled tribe. Last I heard, they kidnapped the son of the chief, Mickey or something. I don't exactly remember what his name was, but yeah, they're kind of dicks, if I had to say it. Oh, they got a big Skinner down there. I think they call him Old Red Eye. It's like this giant centipede thing. Yeah, I saw it rip a man in half one time. Pretty fucked up.
Well, would you happen to know of any old forts south of
Oh
here
yeah, there's
along
a
the
fort
river?
just in the north waters of the Tuskwood.
Occupied?
That's where it's where the stag bitch and his other bitches are hanging out.
I
Have
guess
you-
if you could mark that down on our map.
Oh, absolutely.
what-
Be happy to do that. Just
What do you
coming over
know
here.
of this?
Emma,
of
Emma,
this
give me some like 2
stag
seconds of
lord?
space. She's like, I love you. You're wonderful. Oh my God, just stop it. Space, okay? Like, let me breathe. I was a goat for a month. Anyway, right. So what are we doing? Okay, this is a map. Right. So let's go over to this map right here. Okay, so we got right over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reveal a small portion of the map for you, just to let you know. Like, okay, so this is where the Suit Scale tribe is. Marks a little like opening. That's the Suit Scale tribe, and then over down here you got the Stag Lord's Fort. Stag bitch, as I like to call him. Real son of a bitch. Kind of an alcoholic too. He's been drinking a lot. So yeah, it's a whole thing. All right, yeah, good. There we go. Look at that. Good stuff.
So you
What-
know the. Oh,
Go ahead.
go ahead. You know the language of these mites.
Oh, Undercommon? Yeah, I speak it.
If you were to, would you be able to speak to them on our behalf?
Sure,
Perhaps
but
if we
why
could.
would I do that? They're dicks.
They have. Did you say one of them was kidnapped by
Yeah,
the kobolds?
I mean, look, it's all rumor and hearsay, right? Like, you talk to a fairy, you talk
Well, if
to,
we
like,
were
a
to- if we were
dude.
to
Who knows if they're telling the truth?
If we were to offer to save this kidnapped individual.
No, they did the kidnapping.
Oh, the mites did the kidnapping.
Correct. They stole the son
Oh.
of the kobold king or leader. I don't know, a chief or something. What was his
All right.
name?
Well, then
So
perhaps we should.
maybe if we rescue the kobold
Chief
prince, we
Scaly
can
Man?
form an alliance with the kobolds.
Chief Scalesky? I
Or
can't remember.
perhaps we could mediate and have a healthy acquaintance with both.
Absolutely. What the hell is a
Look,
kobold?
I'm not going to tell you how to, tame the stolen lands or whatever, but mites are fucking vermin that need to be exterminated. Look, take it
Okay.
from me. They're basically of my people, technically. I would eradicate them if I had the power.
Okay. One last question. I know this has been a lot.
Sure.
But, and I cast Prestidigitation and make a scale model of Kedis. Have you seen this man?
Quince?
His name is Kedis.
Kedis.
He's
That
made.
looks. About how tall is he?
I actually don't. I never figured that out. He's about as tall as me, a little bit taller.
What's he smell like?
He usually smells of book leather.
He
Elderberries.
squints, he leans forward, leans over, whispers something to Emma. Emma whispers something back to him. You know, I think I saw a guy that kind of looked like that.
Really?
Does he wear yellow?
No. No?
Nah, it must have been a different guy then. No,
No,
ain't seen the guy.
The man
Wait,
who wears
wait.
yellow. The
Nah,
man
What
in yellow.
about
You
him?
saw
never,
him.
never mind. It's probably something.
No,
No.
you
I need
saw.
you to tell me.
Tell you what, I don't know. You said the guy
Where-
doesn't wear yellow, so it's not the same
No,
guy.
Okay,
someone
if he
else wears
does-
yellow.
Yeah,
We would like to know everything that you know about him.
I mean, there's a guy that wears yellow. He smelled a little bit like book leather, and I scurried off. I mean, what do you want
Where
from
did you
me?
see him?
Near the fort area place that I pointed out on your map. You guys ask a lot of questions of very demanding. All right, I feel like we've like equilibriumed out. Jeez, I see why you want to live in the middle of the woods. People are fucking annoying. No offense.
Right. It is very important to me that I understand everything you know about the man that looked like this person that I have projected here.
Okay, right. So here's what I know. What I've told you.
Where did you see him?
Literally by the fort.
And it looked like this man, the same face?
I didn't see the face. I said he smelled like book leather. That's all I got, okay? Got a real strong sense of smell.
You're right, Frank. I'm sorry.
You're
We are
obsessing, and
certainly
it's getting a little
projecting
weird. Like,
our
you're making Emma
uncertainty
look
on you.
normal. Okay, no offense, darling. I love you. You're beautiful. All right.
I think you've been wonderfully helpful. I'm glad that your relationship is in a position where you can actually talk to each other.
Yep.
I hope things are okay.
Communication.
And
It's important.
if we need anything again, or if we can perhaps make sure that we're all being peaceable neighbors, then I'm sure at that time we'll see you again.
All right. Well, me and Emma got some work to do, and she is been playing with his little goatee. He's like, "All right, darling, just a second. Jeez, I know it's been a month. Calm down." All right. Well, you guys, good luck storming the fort. Don't die or do. I'm not your boss. And all right, Toots, let's go. And they both scurry inside the hut.
Well, that was fruitful. Perhaps I'm just hungry.
The muffin basket was left outside, in case you're curious.
Ingram is very lost in thought right now.
In case you're hungry, Denik, there is a muffin basket right in front of you.
I'm still a little bit scared that they might be like psychotropic or something, so I think I'll probably avoid them.
You
just
don't
in
want to
case.
have a psychotropic episode. It'd be pretty fun.
No, but on the way away from here, I'll be making like a survival check to see if I can find some like nice edible berries or something
Find
that won't
nothing
kill
but
me.
muffins. I'm just kidding.
Right.
It's terrible.
Like
I'm gonna
it's
take 'em-
coming out
I'm
of the tree. Oh my god!
I'm gonna take a
tree.
muffin, but not eat it right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It smells
My
really good.
friends, we saved a marriage today.
We certainly did something about a marriage.
That was the best line. I am a priest. I could marry you now. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That was so good, Charles. Your timing was impeccable.
It was
thank you.
great.
It was so good. Oh my god, that was amazing. Oh, that was really fun. Good job. So you guys head back off. Where are you guys heading to at this point?
Question?
Ingram is just going with the flow. He's like, yep.
Oh, why do we? Would you like to go to the kobolds? I think if we approach
should.
them and we offer to bring back their kidnapped son.
Yes. And try to negotiate with the mites once you have the ability to speak with them. Or can you not speak with them, only understand them?
I can only understand them.
Lovely. Pantomime it is.
Mm-hmm. What the hell's a kobold?
They're little, mini dragon lizard folk. About the height of dwarves, I think.
Wolf. My character, he would have had some minor documentation about what Kedis found. before he left,
Okay.
like small stuff.
Like he
I would
sent
have
you
had that.
information about what he had discovered in the Greenbelt?
Um, I will leave it up to you exactly what he left me, but this is probably stuff I found in his office, his
So what
lodgings or
you
something like that.
found is, here's what I'll tell you. I think this is a good point for a little bit of exposition on Ingram's backstory. So you look back at his journal, which I assume you took with you, and
Definitely.
it simply says, I believe I have found the entrance to the library. Hidden under the earth, within the forest. This is where that bastard hid it.
Hmm.
And his final comment is, fuck the gods.
Oh, okay.
She's a
All right.
kitty, and I love her.
Yeah. We can do that. We can do that rest, that break. That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm going to be completely honest. Do you guys want to take a quick 5? Get some water, take a break, come back and go to the kobolds?
Sure.
Or yeah,
Perfect.
whatever we figure out to do.
You guys in this square right here will find some very lush lush fields that if you put a farm there during kingdom building will give you double the normal farm output. So if somebody wants to
Nice.
mark lush fertile ground right here, that's important. For those of us that are joining us, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, grab some water, refresh ourselves, maybe use the restroom, and we'll be back with more adventures. I'm really glad you guys went back to the bridge. When you walked away from the bridge, I was sad because I really love Frank.
Oh.
Frank and Emma are one of my favorite NPCs that I thought up. Literally one of my favorite NPCs that I thought up in this run through. I recently created them. They're an absolute blast. But let's go ahead and hop off for a few moments, and we'll be back.
not.
Wow. Is that not what he signed up for?
No.
That's crazy. Yeah. We're back on the air. I know Denik's not here yet, but
Uh,
yeah, you guys are heading back. What are the three of you talking about? Smia's been kind of quiet.
yeah.
Theragor is talking when a promise is made,
Hmm.
it should be kept. These are the ways of Torag. Frank should not have promised himself to Emma if he did not intend to live up to his word.
Men tell that lie all the time for exactly what he wanted.
But they should not, is the
No,
point.
they shouldn't. But he's hardly the first to do it. He'll hardly be the last.
Perhaps. Well, yes, of course, you're right.
But it speaks well of you that you disagree with it.
Well, it is. Torag, one of the tenets of Torag is to always keep your word.
Right.
We are forbid. Torag always preaches never to tell lies or cheat someone.
So I assume it's been a day or so.
It has been a day, actually, or so. You
Okay.
explored this hex, made your way over to the area. The Kobold Den is built up, so it's rolling hills, flat plains from time to time, and then there's literally what looks to be like an old ziggurat that rises up here, and there's like a cave opening in the side of this ziggurat. It goes up by about 30 feet.
Right. Right.
What does the make like? Does look who
Earth
would
and
kobolds
ziggurat.
have built the ziggurat? Oh, so it's just like a crude
Yeah, like
ziggurat.
layered
Alright.
up.
Not like from
three
an
layers.
ancient
No, just
civilization.
like 3 layers
do
of
I-
like whatnot. Go ahead.
Do I know what languages they speak?
Common and Draconic.
Okay. Good. Good.
All right. Yep.
Both languages I speak.
I mean, all of us speak common, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I also speak Draconic. So that's good.
Well,
Yeah.
we certainly don't speak might asshole.
No.
No.
I
That-
wouldn't
Jerry.
hang out with them. They're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do have a touch of goblin. But I
Hey.
don't know how often that'll show up or not. They were surprisingly common where I came from.
How often
Lighter
they
zombies.
Right. So
So, okay, yes.
I apologize. I've not been helpful the past few days, but so we're going to talk to the kobolds
If we can, yes.
and try and mediate an alliance.
Yes.
With
a
us.
cease with between them and the mites, and
I think, or we could just simply approach them and say, "We hear that the mites have taken your son."
And we would like to assist you in getting him back.
I think that would be a good start.
in a diplomatic sense to begin with, but not. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, let's not go in causing problems.
Right. All right.
Well, certainly they are if they are really ruled by a king, that makes them the nearest political entity to where the place we're trying to settle.
Very true.
Political might be a bit far. I think Frank may have marked them as more tribalistic.
I don't know much about kobolds, unfortunately, so I
Well,
suppose we'll find out.
DM, I may.
Knowledge local, baby bird.
Okay.
Or what's this? Sorry.
This
I'm
is
tr-
what are kobolds? They are tiny reptilian creatures. They oftentimes worship dragons. Dun dun dun.
Oh, fuck.
And they're little they're pretty little, like they're good little workers. They oftentimes will have like cults to dragons and whatnot. They are generally lawful evil, but can be reasoned with. They're a little bit insular, as far as like not liking to talk to other people, but some kobolds have even been known to team up with adventuring groups and sometimes hang out with them. So they can be reasoned with. They're not always assholes like those mites.
Right. But are they tribal in nature? Is what I'm asking, or are they more like organized?
They are tribal is organized. They generally
Or-
have a
Yeah.
they generally have like a chief or like a general that commands them. They have like an elder that is their
Okay.
leader.
So tribalistic. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So as you approach, you see that there are 2 kobolds at the entrance to this ziggurat, and there is a small cage with a little mite that has a tin cup. He is going tink 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 along the cage and singing, "Nobody knows the trouble I've
Oh.
seen.
My God.
Nobody knows my sorrow," in perfect
Ugh.
common. This one apparently speaks common.
Yep.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. No. One of the kobolds snarls, "Shut up!" And the mite promptly shuts up.
Well,
Alright.
that's someone we can use since that one speaks common.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, let's approach, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Kobolds see you approaching. They squint.
Raise our head.
They don't they don't immediately grow hostile, actually. They just sort of squint, they whisper to each other, they look a little confused. And then one of them calls out in Draconic, "Who goes there? You are not of scale. You are a flesh, and that one is on fire."
I respond, and also perfect draconic.
Oh, perfect Draconic. No accent?
No, not really.
Cool. All right.
Scholar. No, I'm kidding. Hello. We wish to make contact with you.
Well, you've contacted us. Now go
Right.
away.
Well, there's a bit of
That one
business
right
that
there's
we...
on fire. She might burn down the ziggurat.
Well, it's okay. She can control that fire.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Right. We wish to talk with your elder, leader, tribe chieftain.
They both look a little uncomfortable. Chief Schutzgale has currently in negotiations with Purple Kobold. Very preoccupied at this time. Going to war with the mites.
That's
Right.
what we've come
That's
for.
what we hear about.
They're still speaking in Draconic, right?
Correct.
Oh, Draconic, sorry.
It's okay.
Do you mind if we switch to common for my comrades?
I don't
to
speak
hear-
common, but he does. I don't
Okay.
speak common. Only Chief Schutzgale speaks common. They both shrug.
Okay, well, I'll start
Translating?
paraphrasing.
Yeah, you can translate.
Translating, yeah. I'll just tell them the tribe chieftain's in talks with another
A Purple Kobold.
purple kobold.
Knowledge
I-
local on kobolds.
Okay.
Tell him we have come for the talks as well. Well, no, that would not be truthful.
Wait, me again, or just everyone else?
Well, you because you made the original check.
Okay.
Who else made the check?
No one.
Our local
Purple
just-
kobolds don't exist.
Okay.
Or at least they're
I'll-
not. They're very rare.
Just rolled
I'll
around on grapes.
right. I'll turn back to the kobold, switch to draconic, and say, about the chieftain. It is very imperative that we talk to him.
Diplomacy check.
Okay.
It's a
This
new
is
day.
not
You can
good.
re-roll this if you fuck it up.
I do. I can. Yeah.
Beautiful thing. He'd love to see it.
I'll do that.
That was pretty terrible.
Fuck.
Wow.
I hate this.
That kobolds look at you and they're like, "Nope, have to wait. Probably done in an hour or 3 days. We'll see."
Man, I have just the most important information to tell him about the dragon that I've seen.
You've seen the dragon? Their eyes have like little they go all like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They look
You
so
guys
excited.
wouldn't care about that, though. It's really
No. We wish to hear more of dragon.
We've got a place to build. We've got
Yes. If this smooth skin, if he knows about dragon, we must get him. I'm not going to talk to the chief. You need to go.
I don't
want to
bother the chief, though. He is
No,
very...
I will do it. And he runs inside the thing.
5 intelligence.
Is that
Out of character.
I kind of like look at Ingram like, was that good?
Yes, I believe so. In common.
Coming back
Okay.
out is a pretty well-dressed kobold, sort of like dark black kobold. He's got feathers on him and a little staff. And he looks at all of you. The other one is whispering to him, and he nods. Looks over at the mite and snarls. I am Chief Sootscale of the Sootscale tribe.
He's speaking in common.
He is. My brethren
Okay.
here say, you bring word of the mites and of the black dragon.
Right.
Give us this word.
We spotted the black dragon heading south along the river nearby. Let's say about a few days ago. But we're more here about the mites.
Black dragon is south. It means our tribe is still safe from his influence. Good.
Right.
We met
Me-
a satyr named Frank.
Yes.
Do you know him?
I do not.
He might have been a
Little
goat.
Little horns, enormous.
Oh, the satyr. Yes, we have seen him. He is prolific among the... Well, he is prolific.
Right.
I understand through him that you're having some trouble with the nearby mites.
Those bastards! The mites have kidnapped my son. We go to war with them in the
Well-
coming days.
We would like to help you.
As official representatives of the Sword Lords of Restov, and in an attempt to be good neighbors, we'd like to help you with this problem.
So you will kill them for us and return my son?
Let's.
We'll certainly return your son. The killing, well, we'll see about that.
Our hope is to begin a ceasefire or bring a mutual staying away of each other.
There can be no peace between the Sootscale tribe and the mites.
Why is that?
Been at war with them for generations. This insult, as the prophet has said, as the purple kobold, our only freedom for our tribe comes with the extermination of the blue bastards.
Right. So there's that
That's intense.
word again, purple kobold. Might I ask who or what that is?
He is a prophet, sent from the great beyond, come to usher the Sootscale tribe into a time of righteousness and prosperity. Once we deal with the blue mites, we will help him in finding the forge. Once we found the forge, then he sort of twitches for a moment. Give me a sense motive check.
Yeah.
Um,
God damn it.
he's speaking in common. All of us can make it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, Samia, you get the impression that he might be under the effect of some sort of compulsion or mind control. Like he's struggling against it, and he kind of stops talking. But I speak too much. You agreed to kill the mites for us?
Yes,
Does-
we will assist you with getting your son back and dealing with your problems. I'm kind of like gesturing at the others, like, go with it.
Okay.
Good.
Sure.
Very well.
We would. Hello. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a learned individual. I haven't heard of this prophet you speak of. Might I have an introduction with them?
No.
Why is that?
We need to find his son first.
We're not
Right, once
worthy
we
to
find
stand
his son.
before the prophet. Do you seek to
Well-
insult me, Smoothskin?
No, of course
You
not.
come
Well-
offering assistance and now you insult our culture?
Please forgive my friend. He does not know of your culture. He's
he
not
speaks
from this
as
area.
though he is learned, and yet he speaks like a
He is-
wormling.
He is learned from his area. He is not from this region.
He is a fool.
Please forgive him.
Yeah, I'll try and smooth the situation if I can, basically, to say, well, let's bring it back these talks to the things that we can do. Because you're right, we don't know your culture. Would be impossible for an outsider to have learned your ways before we have even met you. If we can find your son and bring them back to you, I propose a trade of forces. You see, we need your help. See, up on the surface, there's a bunch of people who are doing things that are against our culture and our ways. They're branding them with terrible magics and forcing them to do terrible things to each other. And I don't like that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say I. We don't like that. And we're trying to get rid of this guy. So if we could get some help with that in exchange for your son, I think that seems like a fair trade.
He twitches slightly and looks over his shoulder. He says, I am trying. I am trying. Stop pressuring me. These
Who do you
terms are
speak?
No,
acceptable.
it's
Oh, sorry.
These terms are acceptable.
Yeah, what I
and
mean,
we look forward to speaking with you again when we have your son. Please excuse us,
Be gone.
Chief Sitscale. As I'm like trying to shepherd them off.
Yeah, he walks over, looks at the mite, and then promptly stabs it through the left eye with his spear.
What? Oh,
There's something we need to talk about.
oh, very
Come on.
well.
The mite goes clink, 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 blah, and dies.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Come on. Come on.
okay.
Come on.
We scoot off like a few hundred
Okay,
feet.
us? Okay.
We go back to the surface, thanks.
You go
Well,
back
are we-
to surface.
I
Are we
think we're just
underground?
outside
You
a
were
cave,
at the
right?
you were at the entrance to the ziggurat.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna
Yeah.
go out of the ziggurat, etc., and go off a ways.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm sorry, did I overstep that? That
Nope,
seemed like
nope,
the best
it's
thing I
fine.
could think of.
It's fine. It's fine. I was gonna do that later because right now he's under. So you know how Emma was trying to magically compel you to eat her muffins and do things?
Oh, he was under compulsion magic.
Oh.
Sure
They're
was acting
just
like
really
it.
good muffins, all right? I don't know what to tell you. You're being weird about the muffins.
You are the one who said enchantment magic.
Yep.
He
Okay.
was acting, and the way he reacted later when he was like, "Don't push me" and all that, I believe perhaps this purple kobold is attempting to dominate him. As you said, kobolds are interested in dragons, not in forges.
Right.
Gorgeous.
So
Purple
maybe
cobalt.
this forge is connected to Theragor?
Ding,
This
ding, ding,
forge?
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
You did say you were looking for something like that, did you not?
And I was looking for Gorla. She changed her shape to look like a dwarf.
So perhaps.
No doubt she could also change her shape to look like a purple kobold.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't do anything. Hold on 1
Oh
second.
my god.
Oh.
That's it. No.
You'd think if they were trying to hide, they
Get it
wouldn't
out of
do
your
something
system.
quite so extraordinary, but
Right. Okay, so if this purple kobold is Gorla, then
Then
Do you
we
think
must go
she's-
in there and confront her
Wait,
immediately.
she will be expecting that.
She doesn't
she-
know we're here yet.
Yeah,
She
wanna
wasn't expecting
bet? Wanna bet? He was certainly
No,
talking to
I'm
her
terrible
like
at
she
gambling.
could see through his eyes.
it. Perhaps you are right. Still, she is this close to us. We cannot let her escape from our grasp.
And the best way to get to her is to bring his son back.
here.
Very well.
The best
there aren't
way
too
to
many
get close
mites.
to her is to bring his son back and use that as leverage to gain entrance to the ziggurat
right.
and therefore to Gorla.
We don't know if she's actually been here though, in physical form. Theragor, did you know
Can
anything
mages
about
do that?
no, some higher level spells can be used to it's valid. Yes and no. Theragor, was she a mage? Gorla?
I do not know. All I know is what she did, and that was to appear to look like a dwarf, when she was
Right.
not.
She was a Durga.
Yes.
Okay. Are Durga known for the magecraft?
I do not
I would also like to.
Yeah, I
maybe,
don't-
Knowledge local on Drogar.
27.
There are some Drogar who are spellcasters that have what's called deep magic. So yes, to answer your question.
Okay.
They can often be very powerful casters.
Okay. There are Duergar that can be powerful casters. It is completely logical that, well, really any species can produce a archmage, a high mage, whatever you want to call it, an epic spellcaster. As for her being in some place that she's not, could be possible. I mean, obviously she can change her appearance, so that is something. Um,
She might just be in the other room there, casting, what did you call it? Message?
yes, message is definitely something that could be happening. Um, what do you think the chances are that Gorla is in that ziggurat or the cave? Terrible.
Well, the kobold said that he was in there meeting with the purple kobold. That leads me to believe that someone was in there.
Real quick,
So,
Ingram, to add on to your knowledge check, I think this is important. You also know that Drugar have the natural spell-like abilities to cast Enlarge Person and Invisibility. So they are very magical.
oh,
They
okay.
have natural spell-like abilities. Yes.
Right. I have no ability to see invisibility either.
No, you don't.
None of us do, I bet.
Yeah. I don't think
Ah,
so.
I love low-level
Right.
adventures. It's great.
That's a thing?
Yeah, you can see invisibility as a second level spell.
But that's
Like-
such an oxymoron. I don't under.
Oh,
And
do I?
he kind of wanders off for a moment, like,
Let me see. Do I have
oh,
seen?
was that in character? I'm sorry.
You say so if you're gonna say it in character, say second circle spell.
Yeah, yeah. It's a second circle spell. It's more divination than anything. You're not physically seeing the invisible target. It's more so you know where they are by magical divination, basically. It's an instinct, a
neat.
sense. Yeah. Uh, don't let me talk about that too long. I'll bore you to death.
What if we go off back to the mites and Gorla leaves?
Right. I think there's a good chance that Gola is there. But how many kobolds do we think are in there?
You're right. We'd have to. We may have to fight through all of them if their leader is mind controlled.
Right.
Well.
We could lie to them. They're not very bright. They do seem to be scared of the dragon.
I wish to remain as truthful as possible if we can.
Right. Then I'll lie.
About what?
Oh, look, a dragon. Let us hide here. You obviously want to see this person brought to justice. Justice can be a lot of things. I understand you want to do it, go about it in a truthful manner, but how truthful how far can you get?
Moreover,
How far will you go?
if we do indeed attack these kobolds and we're throwing away a potential advantage against Stagford,
Agreed.
Right.
hopefully
You're right.
they can share whatever information they have once we have rescued their son. And maybe that will lead us another step closer.
It is a
Fingers
sound
crossed.
strategy that you present, Dinok. As much as I would like to storm in there, you were correct.
Right. I did not mean to test you like that. It kind of came out like that.
No.
There are many options that we can do right now. We could go back into that cave, pluck out Gola if she's there, and leave. We could go back to the mites, walk in, pluck out the sun, and leave.
What do
Many
you think?
options are available.
What
I
do you think we
think
should do?
we have no way of talking to the mites. Your spell, as far as I understand, will translate their speak to you, but you have no way of talking to them.
That is correct.
I have no ability to translate either. None of us know their language under common. Correct?
Mm,
No.
Yes.
I don't want to be too judgmental, but they honestly sound a lot like the goblins that I said used to be around where I came from. And to be honest, a great deal of them you really couldn't. You could learn their language, and occasionally it'd be fun at parties, but they were awfully volatile and very violent. And I do, in fact, wonder whether or not it would be possible to prosper with a large group of these things here.
Right.
Let's see.
Ultimately, they are both been casted in light of evil in history books, in textbooks, in even academia. The thing I think we need to decide on is whether we're going to take with force or try diplomacy.
I
With the
hate to be the one to
mites?
say this, but I don't think we can diplomatize if we cannot communicate. We
Right.
can try pantomime, but that's likely not going to work. Everyone we've met has said that mites are pests. I
Dennock,
realize we've only heard from biased people, of course, but
Frank.
everyone is biased.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Dennock, maybe the lady could help us with this, perhaps? She has someone that can speak under common and thus
The mention of
come.
the lady, Denik, your arm starts to feel really itchy. As you look down, you see a centipede is crawling along it that you didn't notice at first.
Wait. Didn't someone say that the kobold had a centipede?
No, the mites.
The
The
mites.
centipede
mites have a
tries to bite you. You see its little pincers. It's trying to bite you, but it can't get through your bark.
Can I
Gently
determine?
reach over and like try and flick it off of my arm.
Lick it off. It like makes a weird hissing noise. Your arm doesn't feel itchy anymore.
Ow.
Uh, what was that all about?
Just a bug bit me.
Right. But how did it get on you? You're standing upright.
Well, I'm standing on the ground. I imagine it made its way.
Without you noticing?
I'm very easily distracted, apparently. Or perhaps it crawled in my clothing.
Perhaps it was.
Like, I don't know if you've ever sat in an anthill, but sometimes you just don't notice until suddenly you notice, and then you feel them everywhere because then you notice them.
I guess, yes.
Yeah, I guess I'd take a step back to make sure that they're not like I'm not like standing on
Oh, yeah.
A centipede hill?
No.
We
It
all
was just
look
one
down.
centipede.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
itched.
yeah.
You flicked it off. It doesn't itch anymore.
Uh,
And you feel a sense of relief. Is the best way I can describe it.
I guess if that's the case, then I will formulate a prayer
do you think that
to.
was...
Sorry, what was that?
I was just wondering, do you think that was a message from the lady?
I have no idea, but sometimes maybe you're correct that you should just ask directly, and I will formulate a prayer to more or less every god I could think of and the Lady of the Woods,
You go
saying,
through every god you can think of, saying,
A
and
couple you
I'll
probably
say,
shouldn't.
Lady of the Wood and other divine beings who chart the course of destiny within the stars.
What do?
How how will a loyal servant speak in undercommon? Can you help me to do so?
As he asks this question, his arm begins to sprout flowers, like a flowering tree, purples and pinks, etc. And Denek's eyes roll into the back of his head. His mouth hangs
Oh.
agape. Denek, you have a vision of a massive willow tree
Hmm.
burning in the middle of the plains. A moment later, the vision ends, and all the flowers in your arm wilt and fall to the ground. He's mumbling to himself something about exactly. Yeah,
Red rum.
exactly.
Um,
Whoa.
I don't know
Give
if
me
that
a
was a good
quick.
sign or
Give
not,
me a
but
quick.
I saw
By the way,
fire.
give me a quick fortitude save, please.
Oh.
Oh, yikes.
He pooped himself.
Oh,
Cool.
I
Cool.
need to turn
No,
off
no
that.
visible, no
Nope,
visible
he's good.
effects. No visible effects at this point. We'll see how that works.
Okay.
Do you tell us this vision that you saw?
What happened?
I saw fire. A great willow tree in the middle of a field. It was burning.
You mean that one? And I point to our left.
It was a little bit
All
smaller
right.
than that one. It was a vision, not a premonition.
Okay.
So, does that mean the lady wants us to burn it? Or it's a warning that it will be burned?
Don't you love omens? I don't know. Right, aren't
How
they?
in the hells do I know? It certainly wasn't Alfie telling me how to
They're
speak
not-
Undercommon.
I think you need Denak, I think you need to take a few classes at the Y about augury. And interpreting dreams, it might come in handy.
Thanks. Well, now that I've thoroughly traumatized myself for the day, are we going to go murder some mites, or because I really can't think of a better way to do this? If we are in fact trying
I
to
think
make
that's yeah.
if we are in fact trying to make a alliance with these kobolds, which I mean, I can see why we wouldn't want to. They seem awfully, harsh. But if we are, because sometimes when you're trying to deal in politics, you gotta deal with brinkmanship.
Right.
Um,
I think our goal should be to rescue this captured kobold rather than murder.
Yes, but if they
Mites.
stop us, I'm certainly not going to hold back, as it were.
Right. What if
Agreed.
okay, so here's the plan I've come up with. We go back to the soot scales. We ask them, hey, we're gonna go get the sun. You can give us some men to help us.
I think
Or not.
returning to the soot scales is not the best idea right now. I think it might tip off Gorla if she is indeed there.
Right.
Yes.
Perhaps.
That's
Um,
my hesitation about that.
then we just go in, try to get the sun out if we can without
Without,
absolutely killing everyone.
we don't have to go in and murder them, but we should
No.
go rescue the sun.
Right. Strike force.
Yes. Think of it as a surgery, perhaps.
Yes.
I tried to mute, but I wasn't able to.
Sure. Okay,
Very
Okay.
well.
let's go.
You guys head off. You head back down to the south. You see the massive willow tree, and unlike last time, there being two mites outside, instead there are several barricades and about 12 mites at the entrance. As you approach, or as you get a little bit closer, I'm assuming you're taking your time to go closer, you hear one of them kind of loudly say the following. Ustan, horos kori un elo niglin rizavili.
That's nice.
Yeah, we
Give
don't
me
understand.
a linguistics check.
I'll re-roll that because it's a new day.
Sure, why not?
Hey.
You're pretty sure that was a threat. With that being said, that's where we'll end today's session. We'll pick back up with you guys raiding the Mite Den in 2 weeks, as next week we are off for the weekend. In the meantime, though, as I always say at the end of every session, any final thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns from the players before we get ready to wrap up session 6 of our
You should-
Kingmaker adventure path?
You
Level
should
4?
name. Oh, I'll let you go first.
No. Continue. Next question.
I was gonna say you should name this episode Restore Vales
Stan Horos Kori Uri Egg Nimdin Rasili.
Yeah.
I found a like an undercommon translator. And
Oh, really?
it pumps out, like, I type in the phrase that I'm saying and it pumps it out for me, and I'm like, that's fun.
So you have a gibberish
I have
generator.
a gibberish
Yeah.
generator. It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's great. I'm loving it. So we will be back here in 2 weeks on the 1st of March, which is exciting. To Nick, I hope you have a wonderful trip. Nick is the reason we're not playing. Everyone look at him and blame him. I'm just kidding. I hope you have a great time on your trip. In the meantime, though, thank you very much to the players for playing. Had an absolute delight with you guys this evening. Really appreciate it. Without you, this is impossible. Thank you to the viewers for viewing. Always a pleasure. If you're catching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell for great content. In the meantime, be well, be safe, and happy gaming. And remember, the story have a dice to tell, and sometimes the dice tell a story. Until next time, be well and be safe and happy gaming.